Yeah, yeah, that's a number's fine. Who's on camera? Who's on camera downstairs?
Alice.
Cool. Ready?
Yeah,
Odd textures. JC, we've got to go. Just got it. Yeah, I've just got it. Yeah. Let's run intro. We've got to go.
Hello and welcome back to the second women's semi-final of the MAAREE Women's Super League here at the Crystal Palace National Sports Centre. I'm joined by James Ledbury. Welcome to the stream.
Perfect, thanks for having me. Looking forward to it. Should be a good one.
Yeah, massive match between these two. So second and third seed going into this Final Four weekend. What are you looking out for most between these two teams?
I think this game is ultimately going to come down to the serve-receive battle. I think both teams are on paper are good servers. I think it's going to be interesting who goes after who. I think there's kind of an idea on the Newcastle side that they're going to go after number 8, Elena. So, and yeah, just hopefully Essex can follow up and put Newcastle under a bit of pressure as well.
Yeah, they're just going to take team photos now, so we're going to head over towards the court so we can start talking to the coaches. But we saw Newcastle have claim victory in both of their in-season matches between these two sides. Do we think that they have the upper hand going into this, or does Rebels' experience of being here and making it to the finals last year give them an advantage at Crystal Palace?
I think in terms of a psychological advantage, Newcastle have that. Winning 2 games in season is obviously extra important. In terms of the experience, that obviously plays into it. Newcastle have never been to Crystal Palace before. You know, luckily the sun isn't out today, so there's none of that interfering as of yet. So yeah, both sides are super important. Hopefully the girls come out confident, and yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely. So we're just going to see Essex Rebels go and take their team photo ahead of the toss happening. I think it's you mentioned the service reception game here and having a lot of service pressure. We've seen some good service runs from this Essex Rebels squad, especially the middles. They've all been quite prolific this season. Do you think that being in this venue that has quite high ceilings, probably more so than any other venue, is going to be a challenge for Newcastle?
Yeah, it's different. There's obviously the pressure that comes with it as well. There's a few people, the crowd's starting to build. I think Newcastle have struggled with the serve-receive side all season. They know that's a problem, though. They've been working on it for kind of the last month or so in preparation for this. So yeah, I think the serve-receive battle is ultimately what will decide this game. If Essex pass well and they run their offense, then I think it could be quite a clean game. Likewise, if Newcastle run it and they manage to set the middles kind of in system, I feel like it could go their way as well. So honestly, I'm really excited. It could really go either way. A lot of people have been asking for predictions, and I can't really give an honest one as of yet.
I mean, if we look at what happened during the season, I would say Newcastle in theory to win. They have done a great job against Rebels, who have been a really tough team all season. But yeah, like we said, it's a different venue. But Newcastle have that double substitution that's quite effective.
Yeah.
They can run plenty of different options. So they have plenty of strengths to put out there. Newcastle
have shown great play throughout the season, but Essex at times show glimpses of like some fantastic volleyball. So if we can see that for a more consistent period in this game, then yeah, it can literally be anyone's game.
Yeah, definitely. We're just going to head over and try. Just going to head over and try and have a quick word with Alex Chenery as the referees go and do the toss. Just try and get a word or two in with him. Hello, Alex.
Hey.
I know I'm not your favorite person. You don't want to talk to me.
Hey, we're all good.
No, we know that you do a good job coaching anyway. So exciting to be back at Final Fours. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great event. Like, I love that we're taking the sport to this place and we can actually come out and play in front of crowds, play in front on the Taraflex for these kind of events. It's great.
Yeah. How are you guys feeling about today? You want to make it back to the finals, presumably, but been a tough run against Newcastle in the regular season.
Yeah, we've had a good week. We're healthy for the first time this year. Obviously, Kath being back is a huge bonus for us. She's not been around as much this year for a couple of different reasons, and the energy that she brings to the team, what she's able to do at the net is really great for us to have.
Yeah, we've seen the energy that you guys can bring even when you're having a few moments of trouble. So best of luck in the match, and yeah, we'll see you out there. And now we'll head over and have a quick word with Shentz as the players are headed out onto the court to start their warm-up. But yeah, it is. Chenders makes a good point there. Great to have Kath Tully back in the squad. She's been out and struggling a bit this season, so that'll be a big difference for them.
Yeah, she's got great experience. I don't know how long she's been at Essex. I feel like she's been there forever. So yeah, it's great personality to have around the team as well. Like, she's kind of done everything with them. So yeah, like as Shinna says, it'd be great to have her back.
Yeah, definitely. So, Newcastle have loads of options. The Essex Rebels are already getting loud. So you want to have a quick word with Shentz and see what's what.
Hello, James. How are you today?
Perfect, thank you. Thanks for taking the time to speak to me, Sam. Yeah, just quick one. How do you think the girls have progressed across the season? Obviously, starting off the season with a tough loss to MAAREE and now ended up in Final Four. How do you think they've progressed?
Yeah, that third set versus MAAREE was 25-9, which was a nice welcome to the league moment if you watch the NBA. After that, we progressed really well. Caroline, who's about to hit here, moving from the libero slot into the outside slot, showing up the passes, has helped massively, and she's stepped up in really big games as well. Undergrads, your Daisies, your Harriets being able to make a bigger role for themselves helped massively as well. And then I think it's just we're a university team, heavy Newcastle University in this team here, so they need a few months to get together and get to know each other as well.
Perfect. And then just what are your expectations for the weekend? Is there any pressure on the girls, or are you kind of attacking the weekend as like let's just see what happens?
Good question. Durham haven't been here before, same as us, so we can't really use that excuse with the new people because they've just beat MAAREE 3-0. So we're confident. We've beat these guys twice. We know how to beat them. We just have to do it on a bigger stage and a bigger occasion.
Perfect. Thanks very much.
Thank you, James.
All right. Big thanks to both Shenta and Alex Chenery for having a quick chat with us. So, just watching the ladies warm up, so it looks fairly relaxed on both sides of the net right now. I'd probably say that Rebels look slightly more relaxed as things are going right this second. How long do you think it'll take the Newcastle ladies to...
I think from being here last year, it's difficult to get the nerves out in warm-up. I think it's kind of like let's get to 10-all in the first set and go. That's kind of what I always say at the start of the game. Let's get these nerves out. Let's just make 10 easy points, not do anything too special. But honestly, the girls are just here to have fun as well. Like, from someone that's not playing this weekend, you don't want these kind of weekends to be ruined with nerves. You want to go out there and enjoy it and play. So I think a lot of these girls are going to have that mindset as well. There's a lot of youth in the team, so they're going to probably come here another 2 or 3 times. So yeah, it all adds to the fun, really.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, to say that they only got promoted to the Super League at the end of last season and to make it to Final Four straight away, huge achievement for the Newcastle ladies.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows you the work that Newcastle and Northumbria are doing behind the scenes. Ever since they came up last year, it was always kind of mentioned that, next year we're going to have a stronger team, there's going to be more depth, and it'll be the same next year. It wouldn't surprise me if they were back next year. The undergrads are a year older, they'll have a new group of Americans come in, but yeah, for this group alone, they've done fantastically well. They've gelled so quick, and ultimately they're great friends as well, which makes it all a lot more fun.
Yeah, it does make a big difference to the court atmosphere and how they work together, and we've seen that as well with the Essex Rebels side. So the real question now is, who's the pressure on more? Is it on Rebels? They haven't beat Newcastle in the regular season. They made it to the finals last year. They want to get back there, give themselves an opportunity to win the gold. Or is it on newcomers Newcastle?
I think it's a difficult question. I think in terms of, I know what Alex Chinnery expects. I think Essex will be under more pressure. They're probably a bit more of a senior squad in comparison to Newcastle. I think it's close though. But yeah, in terms of the standings in the league, it would be Essex just based off that. They're the higher seeds. So yeah, I would say Essex, but honestly, I think this is a great matchup. They're going to be going at it all game, and again, I think this will be one of the best games of the day.
Oh yeah, I mean, the 2-3 seed matchup in the semifinals is always fiery. It's something that we've seen it's been spicy every year, so really excited to see what happens today. As they're just about to swap sides to go and hit through, yeah, the referee's just telling them to swap sides. They don't blow the whistle anymore for swapping as part of the new rule changes.
I can't keep up with the new rule changes. There's something that changes every week at the minute.
You say that, but in theory it shouldn't. It's once a season, maybe. There were some big ones that happened this year, but we've seen the impact of those. No rotational faults on the serving side.
Yeah, Newcastle run that as well. A lot of teams are doing when the opposite is at 4, they run over to 2, because obviously that, in theory, that should be the best area of hitting. So stuff like that to watch out for as well, because at times Jenna Vass struggles to get over there on the speed of the pass. So yeah, again, these rotations are going to be interesting ones.
Yeah, definitely. With being able to release on the toss makes a big difference, but it's a bit tougher on the women's side because most people do like a jump float, so there's not a lot of toss time.
Yeah.
But exciting to see what happens with these squads today as you're going to make your way up to the commentary booth ahead of the match. So thank you, James, and we'll hear from you in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Jess. Welcome back, everyone, to the commentary box as we're about 7 minutes away from the second semi-final in the MAAREE Women's Super League. Who will join Durham Platinets in the final? And the loser will have an early start tomorrow against the MAAREE Eagles. As Jess and James are discussing courtside, these two sides have met twice in the regular season, both times in the month of February, and Newcastle coming out victorious on both occasions. The Knights taking game one down at the Essex Sport Arena, 23-25, 25-17, 11-25 and 19-25. Then just a few short weeks later, up in the northeast on a Friday night, it was a 3-0 sweep for Sam Shenton's side, 25-23, 25-20 and 25-14. So despite being the lower seed team, perhaps the pressure on the Newcastle Knights, they will have Daisy Boardman back into the lineup. She missed that first game at the start of February when the two sides squared off, as Kaylee Scarce came in and had a big contribution in this game. Another thing to watch out for is both starting setters from the service line. Belle Hogan and McKenna Smith both in double digits in aces. Belle Hogan leading the Knights this season with 16 and McKenna Smith 16 of her own. So two setters both serving and both like to run at high tempo as well, especially McKenna Smith. And it'll be interesting to see if Essex vary their attack up on the attacking end in this matchup, as James Ledbury just getting himself set up in the commentary box, and we'll have a look at our battle today. And let us, 4 great middles in this matchup, but 2 in particular, Hayley Gilfillan, Rennie Kiro, both super aggressive, and you can see here just similar numbers, but the interesting thing is both hitting 340. How much do you think game coach have been game planning to take out the middles in this matchup?
I think what's important for Newcastle is that they can run the middle out of system. Belle has done a fantastic job this season of being 4 or 5 meters off the net and still being able to find Renee, as well as Amber as well. So in terms of that, I'm not sure how Essex run it, but on the Newcastle side of things, they do a great job of running the middles in system and out of system, which is hopefully something that can cause Essex some problems today. But likewise, as you say, the Essex middles are just as offensive and equally as efficient. So it'll be a great battle throughout the game.
Yeah, and the other thing with Hayley Gilfillan, serve rating of over 2 as well. She has that deep serve. She stands well behind the baseline. You can already see her warming up here away to our left at how deep she is. And with the ball moving so much, that's another thing to contend. Obviously, we talked about the serve receive for both these teams, but having that, being able to stand so deep just gives that so much extra time for that ball to move. Yeah,
I mean, we talk about it in the men's game. The stand-in float serve is the hardest one to pass. Which is an odd one when you're meant to be receiving kind of like 65, 70 mile an hour jump serves. So yeah, it's a tough serve. It's a really tough sports hall to play in as well. It looks like the sun might be starting to appear as well, which could cause some difficulties later. But yeah, the space in the sports hall alone is going to cause a lot of problems.
Yeah, I did literally, when you mentioned it downstairs, I looked up and could start to creep over. But that is the update as we're about ready to end the serve period, so a couple of minutes away from getting underway. You talked about the passing downstairs. I think it's the inconsistencies of both units that really stand out. So Essex, their 3 main passers, 2 at a 207, 1 at a 196, but we've seen Leah Bovek, since she's come back from injury, have a couple of 1-5 games, then threw in a 2-4 game. And then for Newcastle, it's kind of been that. So how much of that is, do you think nerves are going to come into the early first 10 points? You talked about trying to get to you want to get to 8-all, 10-all early in the game. Yeah. But how important are those nerves that?
I think it's important that the nerves settle and that it doesn't lead into the rest of the game. I always say at the start of games, if we can get to 10-all, then that's perfect. So yeah, it's about just getting these nerves out early, winning 10 easy points to start off with. And if you do make an error, don't worry about it. It's going to happen. It's probably the biggest crowd the girls have played in front of all year. So it's expected to be nervous. So yeah, that side of things, it'll be an interesting one. Just looking at the girls coming out, they look relaxed. Both teams look relaxed. They look like they're going to have a good time, and hopefully that leads to a good game as well.
Indeed, it's both teams getting ready for the official intros to this MAAREE Women's Super League. semi-final. As we're just awaiting starters still, which is why there's a little bit of a delay. Just trying to get everything tidied up on the admin end. As both teams meet at the net for handshakes, and two interesting coaching battle as well led us, Sam Shannon and Alex Chinnery, to the better game planners, obviously both in England set up, know each other as well. So how do you think that coaching matchup's going to affect things with both teams able to go to the bench and make changes stylistically as well as tactically?
Yeah, both benches are very deep. I know that the Newcastle one is. Obviously, Shens and Chinners are two great English coaches as well. It's nice for the league to see that as well, for kind of the people going through and wanting to be coaches in the future. I think these are two people to look towards. You know, from my own personal side of things, I know Shens is a meticulous planner. The girls will have done kind of 2-3 video sessions just for this alone. So yeah, and I know for a fact Chinners would have been doing exactly the same thing. So yeah.
So our referees for this semi-final, Joseph Gore is our first referee, and the ever-experienced Nick Heckford, second referee as well. We know probably calm both coaches down on the sideline. Nick Heckford, obviously the head of referees in England as well, and obviously he's got some experience in the VNL as a challenge referee most recently, and won't be required on those expertise today, but nonetheless super experienced.
Great refereeing duo.
As it looks like Essex will serve first, so we'll get their starting 7 out on the floor. Currently 57% of you say Newcastle are going to take this tie, get those votes in. Let us know where you're coming through in the chat as well. And here comes the Rebels starting 7, led out by captain number 9, McKenna Smith. Number 6, Tara King, the British opposite for the Rebels, had a strong season. Second in the team with 87 kills. Number 10, Leia Borovec. Number 13, Savannah Spitzer. Number 14, Elena Dupre. The big hitter for the Rebels, leads the team with 188 kills on the season. Number 22, Hayley Gilfillan, back from missing out the last league game, got a little concussion in the Bucks final, diving into a concrete wall. And number 27, Taya Shamblin. That's the starters for the Rebels. But super important to get Gilfillan back from that injury for the Rebels. And now the Newcastle Knights will head out for their first appearance in the Super League Final 4. Led out by number 4, Belle Hogan, the starting setter. Chana get to the final against her old teammate Ali Ruffin. The two went to the Citadel College together. Number 10, Jenna Vask, huge on the opposite, leading the Knights, 124 kills on the season for her. Number 13, Daisy Boardman. Number 33, Amber Jerky Myers will run through the middle. Number 27, Caroline McMahon, started the season as a lead, moved over to the outside position. Fiery and going to be huge in the passing unit. And then number 28, Renee Killo. And their starting libero, number 19, Lexi Appleback. So they're your starters for both teams here in the MAAREE Women's Super League Final 4. And referees just checking all's underway. James talked about serve receive, going to be crucial. How much of it is about just getting ball in play when you know there's a little bit of weakness in the serve receive units?
Yeah, massive. I think obviously it's important that the pass is kind of 2.3 or above for the whole game. But yeah, if we can get these first 10 balls in play, both teams, then we're off to a good start. It's just about building that consistency and rhythm. I think both of these teams, once the pass is there, they're really good. It's just kind of the peaks and troughs of what can go on is where both of these teams kind of need to get that under control.
As in fact, it's Newcastle that won the toss, going to serve first. It'll be Jenna Vask heading to the service line. Both teams ready, and we are underway in the MAAREE Women's Super League. Second semi-final winner will take on Durham as Dupre recycles off the block. Vask has to reach over Boardman waits and finds Barek down at 6. Dupre, cross-court winner to get us underway. The leading killer for Essex gets a couple of early touches.
That's what we need to get away from early in the game. Boardman's hitting 1 to 6. That's something that Shentz is that hates, to be honest. So if we can get more of an angle there, that would have been a lot better. Good swing from Elena.
So McKenna Smith, Rebels captain, finds the net tape. Big pickup to get it over. So free ball for the Rebels, but they're still in the point. And Tara King finds the left hand of Renee Kilgo, splits the gap in the block. Big swing for King early on.
Great pause from King there. She waited, let the block not press, and then hit off it. It's a great shot.
Yeah, and obviously got caught behind Alexis Diaz-Infante in the rotation last year, but has had a big breakthrough season for the Rebels. As Smith finds the antenna this time rather than the net tape, and that definitely isn't legal, and it will send Daisy Boardman back to the line. Other British player in the starting sevens as Shambling gets crossed up on the body on the serve, and Dupre runs Tara King out of room and she puts it into the net.
That set's got to be high. It's got to be higher. I'm not sure why they've tried to speed her up there, if that's something that they planned for. It's got to be high and off the net to give Tara time to go and get after that ball. Great serve from Boardman there. That's what we want. That's what the Newcastle plan's going to be. They're going to go after 14. They're going to make her want to pass and hit. They're going to make the game difficult for them.
Yeah, Elena Dupre's serve receive rating just under 2 this year, second in the team in attempts and errors. So something that has seen as a natural opposite as well in college. Made the adjustment this year as King pushes over the block. Hogan in system, goes pipe for Boardman. Shambling away to her left, keeps the ball up. And Dupre off the block, but Daisy Boardman and Applebatch combine to keep the ball alive.
Net touch in there somewhere.
As Renee in transition forces the net touch from Savannah Spitzer. McKenna Smith asking about the net touch mid-rally as well. But Knights win the first big rally for the 2-point lead as the men filter in across the opposite side of the arena to us. As Boardman takes off the serve, Spitzer through the middle into the block. Recycle though, but Tara King has to come out from the front row to put it over. McMahon into the block, and it comes back off her left shoulder on the landing.
That's a great block. That's a great block. That's difficult for Caroline to get around, to be honest. Yeah, that's a great block.
And probably the smallest outside hitter in the league. Something she's worked around all year, up to nearly 300 swings on the season.
Great pass.
As McMahon goes tipped, King pulled off the nets. He was able to get there. Borek has to wait on that
Great
one.
Swing.
As Applebatch diving again. Both teams' defense is coming through early in this matchup as Spitzer finds the one-on-one and fires it off the block for the winner.
That's what we talked about at the start of the game, battle of the middles. Bell hasn't really got Renee running yet, which is important. I'd like to see a middle on this side out if they can get the pass in.
Yeah, both teams very efficient running that slide attack. Will we see it now? No, as Hogan goes for the dump but pushes it wide. Right idea for Bell. Hogan has got 30 kills on the season. And Rebels jump into a narrow lead. 5-4 early stages. As Applebatch able to get there. That's going to be tight to the net. Kilo has 2 opportunities to kill it, and the second one just creeps over the baseline.
This is an important time. Newcastle need to take a breath, relax. There's a lot of kind of rush plays that wouldn't normally happen. This is what I talk about when we want to get to 10-all level. Don't let the nerves kind of take over the situation.
Yeah, both times opportunities to kill the ball as Dupre doesn't give one to Newcastle. That one halfway up the net. 25th error of the season from Elena Dupre at the service line, and that will push Renee into the back row, allow Amber Jureki-Myers to come into the game in the front row. As that one drifts over the baseline by Renee, just a 16th error from her on the year. And again, don't ask questions of the serve-receive unit and run into some issues.
they would have talked about wanting to get runs of serves when Elena's backcourt as well. And I don't know if did they miss the last one as well. This is stuff they need to be better taking care of.
Spitzer into the back row. She's not going to get the dig on that one. McMahon on the cross court puts it out 4 meters out. And she'll get her first kill of this semi-final. And Belle Hogan back to serve. As we said, 16 aces on the season. Doesn't quite find the 17th as King from the right side again. Back-to-back times we've seen Tara King find a way on that right side to split the block.
Yeah, another good swing. It's poor blocking from Newcastle as well. Caroline's not pressed. She needs to press over the net. Jenna Vasky could take a step forward as well in defense. She's kind of ready to hit there.
As King, Boardman on the overpass. Gil Fillan dug up, going aggressive on one. Vask first, big swing of the day, misses the baseline.
Just out from Vasky. Good thought though, Bell needs to get Vasky running too. Boardman, I think the passing unit could take a step forward there. They're getting caught short quite a few times here. Appleback's quite deep.
Yeah, I wonder if that's something on film, and maybe Essex have made that adjustment a couple of weeks to prep for a one-off game as well. So both coaches have been in the lab as Vasky fires it between Chamberlain and Dupre. Good piece of gap hitting that time by Vasky. And that will bring Caroline McMahon onto the service line. She was a little bit upset when we spoke to her after couple of games in that she wasn't getting to serve as a lib, obviously the college rule, but now she's on the outside. And there's the first slide attack of the day. Hayley Gill Fillan on it, kills it down, and we'll look at that one again. Led us away, and we said both teams can run the slide, and Gill Fillan makes no mistake.
It's a great run. That's what they need to do. That's ultimately how both of these teams are going to win the game. Great run.
Lair Barvek just checking which side she needs to take the ball from. We've got 5-ball system in play as well here at the Crystal Palace National Sports Centre. Applebatch plays that way outside a passing zone, but Newcastle at this time are the ones playing for the block touch.
You can see when the pass is in, both of these teams' side out rate is like probably over 80%. If they pass, they cause the other team serious amount of trouble with the block and the speed of what they're running. Great serve.
McKenna Smith going to push it out to the left side. Dupre goes tip, finds the net tape. Bit of a scramble for Daisy Boardman, but it's a beautiful swing on the cross court. Shamblin gets a touch to it, but can't control. And a big one for Daisy Boardman to settle into this semi-final. You talked about 10-all maybe being the number. Well, we're 1 point away if Knights can find a break on the Jureki Myers serve. She'll again go at Dupre and gets the ace. And there it is, 10 apiece. Anyone would think your prediction is
good. This is this is probably what both teams would have wanted. One thing I've noticed, Elena's tipped a few balls to start off with the set. I don't know if that's something that they kind of take out Bell early or something that they've spoken about, but it's interesting as a kind of the go-to power hitter to be tipping early. It's interesting.
Ace followed up by service error, and that'll bring Gil Fillan back on the serve, as we said, going to stand way beyond that baseline. Straight
Great
up.
Pass.
Blocked, dug up by Essex. Borvek gets there and passive put over, but into the middle of the defence. I think Belle Hogan was thinking she could sprint to the net, but was out of position. And again, both teams not really hitting for power, just trying to find placement early on.
It's a high percentage swing. Try and take the set out, put it in that seam out system. Very good.
There's Gil Fillan again.
Great pass again from Caroline.
Vask dug, but there's a net touch on the block. I think Dupre was the one with it. Puts her hand up in apologies as Jenna Vasquez able to find success. As that one off the net tape, Borovec Smith digs it up, and Dupre makes an absolute hash of that one, trying to find a tight angle to put it over. Completely whiffs on the ball.
I think she was expecting the Newcastle girls to touch that down there. Thank God they didn't. That definitely would have been an overcall as well.
Don't think they could have reached it. It was that far off the net in the end as Smith. Beautiful pass. Spitzer this time on the slide. That one just creeps out. That had everyone looking away to the right to find the line judge.
That's well watched from Daisy. Again, good swing by 13. We're going to see more of this. We want to see more slides. But I think Jenna Vask is hitting, what, 75% at the minute? Keep giving her the ball while she's hot.
Smith, flat serve, aces. Boardman probably flying over the baseline, maybe. And this time the Essex with the ace.
Essex definitely going after Boardman here. I think they've started to pinch on her a little bit. Always seems to be kind of in the seam between Daisy and the six passer. Good set.
As Boardman attacks, misses, back-to-back mistakes by the Knights, and the Rebels creep into their biggest lead of the set, 15-12. Sam Shenton just dropping some notes on the iPad, going to be thinking about one of his 2 timeouts potentially. Smith fires it about a metre long of the baseline that time.
We talk about runs of serves being so important in the game. We haven't really seen a long run yet. We've kind of seen 1 ace and an error. What we need to see now is someone go on kind of a run of 3 or 4 serves, and if it's Newcastle, bring the game back. If it's Essex, then kind of break away.
As the announcer duked out the MC and the LEDs with the ace call, as Essex scrambling, Spitzer and Smith get crossed up, and there's an ace that time. In fact, I'm going to give it as a double touch, but either way, strong serving by Daisy Boardman. I appreciate all of you joining us in the comments here on Final Four weekend. As another ace.
This is a good run of serves. Curse of the commentator, I suppose. So Newcastle brought it back. This is what we want to see more of. If we can get another 2 here, Essex are under pressure. We don't want to miss the serve and kind of give Essex a free point.
As Boardman this time changes it up. Borovec again attacking the body. Bump set for Dupre, and she hammers it at Vasky, who, I don't know if she was trying to make the dig or duck out the way of that one.
That was a great swing. That was a great swing. Again, she's back at the service line now, though. Newcastle need to take an advantage of this. Hopefully they can have a good pass here.
As Dupre with it on the service line, flat over the net. As Sweets arrive in the commentary box, and Rene is shut down by Borovec. Rene Kilo not got going in this final. There's a shutdown block. Middle on middle crime. In fact, no, it's the outside layer that gets there. But
well watched, well watched. That's what we need to see more of the Newcastle outsiders doing here. This great blocking from Borovic. She tracks her the whole way. Good press. Bell needs to keep running Renee here, though. She can't be scared to keep running it.
That one short. Boardman trying to get there 3.5 metres away, but dips in front. And again, Newcastle haven't made the adjustment of that serve reception unit maybe being a little bit deep. Essex have definitely taken a little bit off. And they have a 3-point lead here in set number 1.
Just need to take a step forward. That's all. They've been beaten short 3 times, I think, already to start off with. Take a step forward. Challenge them. Say, beat me long.
As Dupre again onto the 3-minute line. It's going to be tight. Hogan goes joust. I think that was a double touch. Indeed it was.
Yeah, could be a double, could be a carry.
Lift,
Yeah,
something illegal.
Ref's choice.
And again, referees communicating and just giving themselves that split time to think and get it right. We'd rather have a slightly late whistle than an early one that was wrong. And indeed, with the 4-point lead, it's timeout. Sam Shenton, 19-15. And again, it's a real balance of. It just feels like both teams just making a lot of unforced errors.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a cagey game so far. I don't think either team's really fully into it yet. Essex obviously going to 14 a lot. She's got a great serve as well. So Newcastle just need to use their middles more. They need to keep running it. Don't be scared to run it in difficult situations, which is what they're good at. Vasky is front court, I believe. No, back court. So, I mean, she loves a 10 as well. So if they can get her running on that too, then they could easily get back in this set. But Essex doing a great job at the minute of shutting down Newcastle.
So both teams out. As both teams with 7 errors apiece early on. As Dupre, Applebatch going to get Hogan running, has to go to the bump set. McMahon waits, rises and finds the seam. It'd be interesting to see if that was going out, but again, McMahon finding the gap as Bovet peeled off the net. And then into that 4-5 seam.
It's a great swing. It's one of my favourites when you're out of system and the set gets dragged over there.
As Dupre challenge on the short serve. Smith can't handle the first touch and can't get it to a middle Savannah Spitzer. So 2 in a row. And the momentum meter just flicking back and forth as we get into the business end of set number 1.
That's a really smart serve by Renee. A lot of coaches do this. They serve short into the stack. You know, there's 4 players within probably 2 meters.
Here's again, and this time Shamblin able to take it back set. King has the one-on-one. McMahon get the block touch, but a recycled ball. Borovec with the roll. And McMahon and Renee Kilo can't quite get there. Beautiful adjustment by Borovec. And Essex, the first team into 20s.
It's a great shot, knowing that the middle's in back court. All you've got to do, no offense to Renee, a lot of the time all we've got to do is just kind of make them play. Yeah, great shot. Short serve again.
Well,
too short.
Short, halfway into the net. That one dipping. But again, you can clearly see that's the game plan from Essex. If it's a scouting adjustment or something from the previous 2 matchups, not quite sure, but that's definitely the aim, is that 3-meter line on the serve. And obviously with a couple of weeks to work on it as well in training. As Hogan aces Dupre. Again, high off the hands, way out of the platform as well.
Yeah, she just needs to move her feet. I mean, it also could have been going out as well. I'm not too sure. Move your feet, get your shoulders over it, and then pass into court. She's just been caught too high there.
So Hogan trying to tie us up at 20 apiece. Dupre this time perfect pass. King on the back set is rejected by Jerky. Myers' right hand on the cross court. And she gets the first block kill. As James Ledbury, how many YouTube accounts do you have that aren't yours?
I am baffled by the comments. Great block though, let's not take it away from that.
So 20-20, business end of set 1. Hogan, Dupre to Shamblin, way offside. Borovec, good swing though. Applebatch able to get there. McMahon into the block, one-handed by Boardman. It ends up going over. Essex out of system as Borovec finds the hands of Vasky. Dupre from the pipe.
Great dig.
Vasky goes to the tip. Shamblin
Great
gets
touch.
there. And Gilfillan gives up the free ball, but puts it out. And timeout is being buzzed. Alex Chinnery not happy with the bench. Not alive. Ben Merry asleep on the timeout buzzer. But either way, they get it. And Newcastle come back from 3 down to take the lead.
I don't think there's anything to be too frustrated about from either side so far. Both teams are building into the game quite nicely. You know, these types of errors happen. It's a great dig from the Essex Lib Shamblin. Yeah, there's nothing to be. It's tight. This is where Newcastle can push on, hopefully here, get a run of serves. Essex is doing a great job in serve receive at the minute, though. They're kind of putting the ball as in the middle of the court, high, give plenty of options. If they can just improve that out-of-system set by putting it about a meter closer, then that would be ideal for Borovec on the pin.
As Alex Chinnery and Nick Hetford just have a word. And it is Belle Hogan tonight's best server at the line. Trying to put pressure on again, out the timeout. No coach's point, but again, Essex scrambling and Borovec goes through the block. Don't know how that got over the net tape.
Good swing from Borovec. It's a difficult out-of-system set. Essex seems to be going for kind of a lower peak on the ball, which is interesting as an outside hitter who prefers kind of a higher out-of-system set to give you time, look at what you're facing on the other side.
So Anastasia Jovic into the game. We've seen her down the stretch of the season come in as a DS role, will serve and play the entire back row rotation. Had a couple of big points late in the season as Vasky kills it over the top of the block. And we'll have a look at that one again on the replay.
That's
as the line was given.
Essex are leaving a lot of line there. They probably need to go another meter towards the line. That's one of Jenna's favourite shots.
Gilfillan has to wait on the slide. Block touch gets the Rebels scrambling. Hogan has to make the place out of system. Vasky misses the line that time.
I think Vask's gone for the hands there, to be fair. That's a high IQ swing, just hasn't quite come off. Shout out Belle Hogan as well. 23rd birthday today. Nice way to spend your birthday.
Mandatory win required. and you can't go to the pub afterwards. So we'll see. Definitely the win on the cards as
Traffic through the middle of the court.
Misplay by the Knights, not what you want at 22-all. Dupre finds the blocks, coming back on the Rebel side. Bump set is tight, and Dupre plays for the hands as well to avoid the antenna. And Elena Dupre, the best hitter for the Rebels from the outside, finds kill 193 of the season, and the Rebels have the narrow 1-point lead. Reminder, got to be clear by 2 as Boardman finds Hogan. Pipe ball, but Newcastle back-to-back miscommunication errors. Gilfillan slide finds Hogan though.
Great set from Appleback.
And Vask punishes the line. Bump set to perfection by Lexi.
Newcastle getting away with it there. They try and run that stack play through the middle. It's a great option, but clearly a bit of traffic through the middle of the court there.
Yeah, assist just number 24 of the season for Applebatch, but it comes at a big time. And now in the race to 2 is Dupre. Block touch, I think, as well. McMahon had to try and play it, but couldn't control it. And the first set point of this match goes to Essex, but Hayley Gilfillan going to have time to think about it as Sam Shenton uses his second time out of the game. We know Gilfillan goes a lot of cross-court 5 to 5. So it'll be interesting to see if you, knowing that you slightly mix up your serve-receive unit. You probably want McMahon playing this ball if possible.
Yeah, this is going to go on that Daisy McMahon seam here, I think. This is also probably the girls' best rotation with Vasky and Renee both front court. So yeah, interested to see whether they run Vasky or Renee here. Yeah,
you can see how much court taking up. Bell Hogan giving the setting signal as well. So Gilfillan to serve. Set point to Essex. McMahon is there. Doesn't have the great pass though. Bump set. Boardman has to play it, but into the hitting arc of Dupre, and Newcastle can't win the set as Dupre fires it down the line to steal set 1 of this MAAREE Women's Super League final. Not a lot Daisy Boardman can do there though.
Yeah, that's out of character for Hogan there. That's a poor out of system set. Didn't give her a lot to do. But yeah, it's also a great swing from Elena though, seeing that the ball's tight and she can go and swing for it.
Indeed, and Essex in the back and forth set takes set number 1, the first time the Rebels have taken the first set in meeting number 3 of the season. The first 2 going the way of Newcastle, as we'll have a quick look at some of the stats here from set number 1. As I think aces 5 to the Rebels, 2 to the Knights, and we talked about that serve, receive, pressure, and obviously error rate from both teams high as well. 10 errors in the set for Newcastle.
Too many. Just looking at the kills too. Essex having nearly double the amount of kills to what Newcastle had. That's something that can't happen in this level of game. Yeah,
double check that one. I think the kills are the opposite way around on our spreadsheet for some reason. Indeed they are. It's 13 kills for Essex, 7 for the Knights. So yeah, 7 kills out of 23 points. Probably encouraging if you're Essex, if you can just cut down the error rate.
Yeah, Essex played really well there at the end of the set. They showed kind of what we talked about in the pre-match, which is the experience of being here before. They'll know how to close sets out, which is something that Newcastle will be new to. But yeah.
He said he's going for Newcastle to win this one. Okay, who agrees with him? If you agree with him, make some noise.
Yep.
Just those guys over there. They might be playing a bit later on. Who thinks that Essex is going to win? We found someone that thinks that Newcastle are going to win.
As for Newcastle, obviously haven't got the middles going, so do you think we haven't really seen the slide a lot? So do you think that's the adjustment probably, is because we've seen a lot more through the middle for Renee in that set number 1? Do you think that's going to be the change?
I'd like to see it. I like to keep Amber centrally as well. She's a lot better on the kind of A and the push, and then get Renee running on the slide. I think they just need to be less kind of heavy through 4. They need to spread it a bit more, hopefully to the middle. I'm not sure if we're going to kind of see a change in the passing unit. That'll be interesting. It doesn't look like we're going to. Yeah, later on in the match we might see Kaylee Scars, who is a solid passer in her own right. Jodie Amore, again, experience of playing at this level. Played for Northumbria back in the day. So that'll be interesting if we kind of bring in one of those guys to shore up the Newcastle pass.
So we are great to have so many of you with us, including the former Rebel Alexis Diaz Infante. And reminder, if you're in the area, scan the QR code, get your tickets for tomorrow. 4 medal games tomorrow, the 2 bronze medal games, 10 and 12:30, and then Durham and the winner of this game will take place at 3 o'clock, and then the winner of the 2 men's semi-finals at 5:30. So if you're in the area, come down to Crystal Palace. If not, join us here on the live stream. We will be here all weekend. I know not logistically easy for parents to fly over from America and get here in 24 hours notice.
Yeah, especially with how close the league's been. I think anyone out of the kind of the top 5 could have been at Final Four or not at Final Four. So yeah, would have been a difficult one for parents to get over the Atlantic.
So Newcastle taking a little bit longer in the huddle. Not a lot of adjustments for Alex Chunnery there. He was ready to go about a minute and a half ago. And as I said, no changes to either 7. So Smith, Gilfillan, Barvet, King, Dupre, Spitzer and Shamblin for the Rebels. Jureki Myers, Boardman, Vasky, Kilo, McMahon, Hogan and Applebatch for the Knights here in the MAAREE Women's Super League. Winner takes on Durham in the final. And the loser will drop down to the bronze medal game against the MAAREE Eagles. So new champion going to be crowned tomorrow afternoon as Hayley Gilfillan on the service line to get us underway in set number 2. Having won the first set, goes at Boardman. Applebatch with the diving save, goes into the advertising board on the back row. Luckily that one's a bit softer as Dupre has to go with the adjustment to tip the ball. McMahon into the block.
Great recycle.
Jureki Myers, not the best set for Hogan. Got it out of the hitting arc of the middle and she pulls it down into the net.
Yeah, that looked like a bit more of a push from Bell, and Amber was kind of running the closer ball. Don't know if that's a miscommunication or a misset. The right idea, though. That's what we need to see more of.
Scrambling again. That Hayley Gilfillan ace causing all the problems on that serve.
Daisy getting caught high twice in a row there. They need to make it. They've made an adjustment now, which is good. They need to change something. You can't just keep going back to the same picture for the server.
I imagine it's basically going to be a 2-passer unit, knowing where Gilfillan's going. No,
Great
Vasky's going to
pass.
set into the pass, gets it back, fires it down the line. Haven't seen that too often from the Knights. Just the 3rd service reception all season for Jenna Vasky, but she produces a 3-point pass.
That's a confidence builder as well for Jenna. Like, she's showing that she can help in other areas too. It's a great point. Good runner serves from Essex as well.
And now the ace again going at Dupre. Both teams trading early aces. Once again, we talked about the serve-receive unit. Paul Welsh, Ross Enfield away to our left in the stands, probably enjoying that and knowing that's an area they can target tomorrow. This time the service error comes in.
Don't need to make an error there from McMahon. You've got 14 under a lot of pressure. She knows the serve's coming to her. Just make her play.
And the Rebels captain, McKenna Smith, back to the line. And this time, again, maybe it's as much as it's getting caught high, it's an adjustment by Essex in serving patterns as well. Everything in set 1 is short. Now everything that starts set 2 is deep, and the passing unit hasn't made the change as Tara King sprints off and puts something on the bench, and Elena Dupre helps out by finding a good time to tie a shoe.
Newcastle have made the same error 3 times out of Essex's 4 serves so far. Whether they need to take a step forward or take a step back,
take a step back. They need to make a decision one way or the other here.
I wonder if you stagger the unit and try and cover that as Smith goes along on that one. So yeah, I wonder if you have to not try and line up and put one maybe a little bit higher to try and take a little bit more of that short serve. But again, it's also smart by Essex, understanding the depth of that back row, and that's how they adjust their serve. Chamberlain this time gets aced.
The ball does move a lot in this sports hall. There's also a bit of glare coming through. Don't know if that's feeding into it, but I mean, the 4 errors so far have all been caught high and not tracking the ball properly, so.
Rinse, repeat, ace, service error, ace, service error. And again, that's going to be frustrating for coaches. You've just made an ace, like challenge the serve receive unit again.
These are errors that don't need to happen. These are what I'm sure Shentz and Chinners are both telling their teams, that they need to get on a run of 3-4 serves each time they go back to the line.
Anyone for an ace? Not quite. Akrobatch does well to get there, and Vasky from the right side this time off the block of Borek, and Spitzer finds the point.
Such a good turn from Vask. She's faced up to hit cross, turn the body, hit the line, thumb up, great shot.
Quick ball into Smith, and she gets another quick one out of her hands, finds Savannah Spitzer, who was quiet in set number 1.
That's a great run. It's almost like a speed play. Great pass from Chamberlain. Difficult for the Newcastle middle to kind of catch up with Spitzer there. It's a great play.
Third kill of the day for Spitzer. She'll go back to the service line. Boardman, McMahon from the pipes, dug up by Spitz. King, efficient again, and Tara King doesn't see a ton of ball, but every time she's been on, perfect pass to Hogan. Renee on the slide, first time we've seen it, first time it's been run efficiently as well, and big one for the Knights. Don't want this second set lead extending too far.
Borovic's frustrated with herself there, which I don't think she has to be. It's a great, she's tracked her really well there, just needs to get her hands in the right place to get it up.
Chamberlain overpass, McMahon goes aggressive, Dupre leaves it, but that's half a metre inside the baseline.
Good swing from McMahon. Not sure if that was a miss-hit there, but you know, we'll give it her either way. Point's a point.
Hey, well, she definitely went to attack it. As Boardman not happy with her serve.
Safe serve.
King into the block. Vasky from the 10
Great
finds
dig from Chamberlain.
Tight, King goes push, looking for hands, doesn't get it.
It's a great block touch from Caroline McMahon. She's made the adjustment. Tara King wants to hit the line. We want to get a touch on it, soft block, and then make her attack cross. Do what she's not doing.
Daisy Borman, perfect by Chamberlain. Gilfillan went to swing, goes with the tip, but Newcastle put it over. And no one from Essex is there. See Daisy.
That point will annoy Chinners. They've got a free ball off a good use by Gilfillan. That point will annoy.
How do you stat that? That's technically a kill.
Yeah. Kill's a kill. Good serve.
There's an ace serve. Boardman with it.
That's more like it from Boardman. She's been more aggressive at the line. I think she was frustrated with her first serve because it was so high and floaty. You've given 14 the time to get into rhythm. Much better.
And that is the third ace of the set for the Knights. And Alex Chinnery not happy. Down 10-7. Going to use timeout number 1 of the set. And again, the weakness of this Essex team is they've not got a ton of options in terms of passing. Both Leela Whitaker and Kate van der Funde have struggled in the pass as well this year. And when Lairbart was out, the serve reception unit for the Rebels did struggle. So the one chink in the armour.
Yeah, both very aggressive offensively, but yeah, this is a serve receive battle. Commentators curse.
It's still a serve receive battle. As the Knights men asking for subs. And no coaches point out of the timeout, more importantly.
Again, the outside's getting caught high and not tracking the ball.
Borovec this time steps in front of Dupre, but it's not a great pass. Smith scrambling, and Borovec misses on the cross.
That's a great out-of-system set, though, from from the Essex setter. That's what the outside will want. High, slightly off the net, give him a chance to hit cross, hit line, use it.
Gil Fillan sets for Borvek. Vask makes a stab at it. Bit of miscommunication on the Essex side. King, little tip. Applebatch inside the free, able to get them. May on tip of her own. Smith scrambling. Bump set for Dupre on the pipe, and she finds the baseline.
Great swing. You see Tara King when the wanting to tip when she hasn't got the line option. Interesting, she's not. As a right-handed opposite as well, you'd feel like she'd be more wanting to hit cross-court, but...
That's why Elena Dupre's had so much success in the MAAREE Women's Super League as King clips the net tape. McMahon attacks it and buries it over the block. Have a look at that one again. Perfect piece of hitting. I think May must have probably split the block, but we'll see it again. Indeed, she does, splits it perfectly.
It's unlucky from Tara King. That was a great serve until it hit the netband. That's kind of the speed and the directness that we want to see more of. Great run.
Gil Fillan can't find the tower flex though. McMahon does, again splitting the block. Gil Fillan got a left hand to it but couldn't control it. And back to back for Caroline.
This is what McMahon's good at. You know, when it's kind of an off-ball situation, it's out of system, she uses it well, doesn't make errors often, smart swing.
Short for Dupre. Smith goes, set a dump. Vask able to get there. Hogan goes aggressive. Not having a good setting option. Tight slide. Gil Fillan into the umpire's chair. Hogan finds the head of McKenna Smith. Scramble situation. Knights have control of the rally though. McMahon 3 in a row. Gets it.
What a rally. Had everything.
Scramble ugly, and it's a 7-point Knights lead, 15-8.
What a way to respond after the first set. This is what they need. They're having runs of serves. Serve receiver settled from the early part of the game. They're running the middles.
Borvek picks up McMahon. That's going to be tight, and it's short. Jerky Myers was worried about the tip from Gil Fillan, but the ball never went over.
Caroline's really defending that 4-4 shot from Borovec there. I think she probably could have left that. That ball looked like it was heading for the advertising order.
Boardman, beautiful pass. Jerky Myers, there's a net touch by Gil Fillan. I think her shirt caught the net. Nick Heckford all over that one. The Essex bench getting told to be quiet, chirping the call by their own coach. Good as Hogan into the net.
A lot of pointing to the sky there. Ball don't lie.
No birthday love from the net tape.
This is an interesting rotation for Newcastle. I'm always intrigued as to how they run it. Jenna Vasky has to run over to 2. Often if it's kind of a quick serve and a quick pass, it takes her out of it.
And I think McKenna Smith called to net, I think. Yep, Alex Chinnery saying, I told you that was going to happen if you chirp. There's a warning for the Rebels bench as Gil Fillan, McMahon sliding off one knee. Vasky through the middle this time. A lot of traffic, no one on this other side of the court, and that's where the ball ends up.
That's a great block. That's the issue with having the whole stack over at 4. There's going to be potentially 6 hands, but this time there was 4. Excellent block by Spitzer.
Yeah, in the men's game, that was definitely going to be a triple block. Almost surprised Rebels didn't run it with the setup as Boardman shanks the pass, but McMahon was in the right spot. Aggressive by Vasquez. Gil Fillan going, and Dupre finds the seam.
That's such a good swing. She's so high there. Let's have a look at that again. Great approach off the net. Yeah, perfect.
It's interesting as Shen just sneaks a timeout in just in time. Gil Fillan was ready, but
Shens will just be saying to the Newcastle girls here just to settle down. Let's pass this ball. It doesn't have to be perfect. We've passed it 2 all season. Let's just pass it high in the middle of the court, and it gives them the options.
Indeed, but again, it's aggressive and smart take the momentum just started to even back out slightly in Essex's favour. So to do it at 16-12 when you've still got a bit of a lead, you've got a bit of room to play with, super important.
Yeah, Chinners will be telling his team to push on now. Let's see if we can get it to 16-14 in this service run, make a couple of extra points back, and then push on into the 20s.
And if you want to do it, you need to side out. Again, they've gone back to 4 passes, it looks like now. Not 3, obviously saw Vasky step into the rotation for Boardman on the Gilfillan serve to start the net, and there's a coach's point.
Yeah, I much prefer the way that the girls stack there with Caroline running through 2. It spreads the offense more. It doesn't mean that they're kind of stacked in the middle of the court. You want to make it difficult for the Essex blockers, and having kind of the 3 lanes does that.
As Savannah Spitzer nearly takes a tumble. Vasky, Borovic,
dig.
huge. And Dupre plays for the hands and gets it.
That's a Borovic point there. That's an excellent dig. Excellent dig. Great transition from Dupre. Good out of system set. Easy point. That's the kind of the points that Essex will have done in practice all week.
McMahon, Hogan tight but legal. And out of system again for the Rebels. Shambling goes with the handset to the middle. Big pick up by Alexi Applebach. Boardman into the block. McMahon scrambling. Boardman and Jereki Myers combined. Boric has to play it. McKenna Smith hits the net. That's a net touch on McKenna Smith. Good call.
Good call. Only call I'm worried about there is Vask over on Smith potentially. It looked like she was trying to set that ball, but yeah, that's what Chinners is asking for here. I would be asking for the same. It looked like, as difficult as it was, McKenna Smith was trying to bring that off the net.
Yeah, but she definitely clipped the net on the run.
Good serve. Great pass from Dupre.
Spitzer slide over and through the block of Daisy Boardman.
Great point from Essex. That's exactly what they want. Side out first time after a net touch. Great point.
And it's 18-14 to the Knights, trying to set us up at 1 set apiece. As Applebach has to get to the short serve. Boardman again, able to find the gap in the block, and we've seen a lot of that from Newcastle in the second set, able to split that right-hand side block.
Yeah, I don't know if that's Essex being late or not pressed, but if they're getting some good touches. If they just pressed a little bit more, or
As
there we
Boric
go.
runs it into the block.
The birthday girl. That's a great block. That's exactly what we want to see more of from Essex. Block pressed over the net in the right space. Great block. Great block.
As McKenna Smith backs it, King pulls it into the net. Great one-on-one opportunity for Tara King. She can't convert, and the Knights are cruising now in set number 2. As Vasky goes right on the whistle again. King has to roll. Hogan covering. Applebach has to bump set, and Daisy Boardman just misses.
That's the right swing from Daisy. She just needs to be slightly more aggressive there. I think she's trying to almost put it in, but if she's more aggressive there, she wins the point there. Great set from Applebach, though, to get up there and set a nice stable ball to 4.
Hogan out to Boardman. That one just misses the baseline. Not by a lot,
That was very close.
but back-to-back errors for the Knights. And all of a sudden, 7 is to 5.
If I'm Belle Hogan here and it's a good pass, I'm going on 2.
Slide, maybe? Indeed it is.
Great run. Great run.
Textbook. Slide. Again, going down the line.
That's what we want to see more of from Renee. That's the first kind of glimpse of it that we've seen, the clean middle kill. When the pass is there, the option to run that, they need to do it more.
Boardman goes short into the net.
That's such an annoying point. Shentz will be angry at that one. Just after you've you've won such a good one to not put the other team under pressure.
Fourth service error of this set for Newcastle as Hogan is scrambling, gets there to bump set McMahon and goes as Tara King went to step in thinking about the roll, and Borovec is blocked, but Essex scrambled to keep it alive. McMahon powers it through.
That's a great look from Hogan there. I don't know if you can see on the replay, but she takes a little glimpse of Renee to look like she's running the slide and then sets a quick ball to 4. Great swing.
So the Knights 2 points away from tying us up here. Make that one as an ace.
I think every serve-receive error this set has been when the outside has been caught high. I think every single one. Yeah, Chamberlain telling Dupre, take a step back, track the ball, keep your shoulders down.
Good leadership by Tara Chamberlain, who was part of that Final Four run for the Rebels last year, as Gil Fillan on the slide. Not the cleanest contact, but effective nonetheless. And that's Leah Borovec's job on the service line. Can you find 6 in a row? We've seen it once in the MAAREE Women's Super League this year. A team from 24-18 down, winning points as Applebash blocks off her own teammate in Genovaski off the serve receive.
That's a great serve from Borovec. She's trying to catch Appleback high. Seems like the serve receive target might have moved around slightly now. Yeah, it's the 1-6 seam.
As overpass, McKenna Smith. Hello.
That's a momentum builder. Wouldn't be surprised if we get a timeout from Shensia. Yep.
Yeah, 3 in a row. Well, yeah, 3 in a row. Say, back in the MAAREE Women's Super League, I believe it was December, London Lionhearts Venarius were 24-18 down on the road against Mallory Eagles in a London derby, and Lionhearts won 8 in a row to steal the set. Surely not at the Final Four.
Yeah, that's a crazy run. Shensia's just telling the girls there, all they need to do is just pass a 2 here and get out. Doesn't have to be anything special. Don't have to overdo it almost with trying to make it perfect. And China's on the other side will just be saying to Borovec, just get this ball in. Let's put Newcastle under pressure another time.
So, 3 set points saved. Rebels have got to find 4 more, or we're tied at 1. Borovec, Boardman. Again, out of system. So Boardman goes from the pipe. Gil Fillan slide winner. Clinical once again by the Essex Rebels. Back-to-back slides run for Hayley Gil Fillan.
It's a great serve and a great dig by Borovec. High in the middle of the court. That's exactly what Chinners will want. Great, smart play from Lexi Appleback here. Laughing as well.
Don't think anyone initially saw it. The initial whistle was about to go for serve. So Leia, it's time to think about it. Another good serve. Boardman again shanks the pass to McMahon. It's a 3-ball Rebels. Gil Fillan slide. Appleback
Great
digs down the line. McMahon power tip. No good. Dupre is blocked for the set by Belle Hogan, and we are tied 1 apiece.
Good transition by Dupre. It's a good block. She's tried to swing down the line. It might have been a little bit too tight for her there. She's tried to swing line. Belle Hogan's in exactly the right place.
Monster birthday block to take us to an extra set at least. Maybe we'll get 2 extra sets. We'll see how this semi-final pans out as Nick Headford to just keeping an eye on the change of ends. Don't think it's normally that bad in the MAAREE Women's Super League. As looks like Durham are heading out the building.
Durham don't need to see any more.
Back to the hotel, get some lunch, start refueling and get ready for the final, scheduled for 3 o'clock tomorrow. As we'll have a look at some of the set 2 stats here. Much better for the Knights, 11 kills in that set. And again, errors, both teams creeping up. Essex 10 kills, 5 errors in that set. A couple of service errors as well. So both teams end up with 7 errors apiece, but that's the serve pressure that's going to be super important.
Yeah, if I'm looking at that on an Essex side, Dupre's got 9 kills, 3 errors. She's doing her job as the big hitter. She is allowed. She's got a license to make errors. I think they need to give her a little bit more ball as well. She's only kind of at the minute getting the outer system, the more tricky stuff. I'd like to see her in system around a bit more. That would definitely cause Newcastle some problems. One thing Essex are doing really well at the minute, though, is running the middle. Shown at the end of that set, when it goes to the middle, 70% of the time it's a kill, which is, yeah, that's what Essex will be wanting to build from and kind of bring some of the other girls in and, yeah, push Newcastle.
1950-something, you're cold.
As the crowd are trying to win something, and I heard an answer of 1950-something. I don't know what the question is, but...
What year was Volleyball England founded, though?
Oh, Volleyball England founded. Well, we've just had a 60-year anniversary, so that's going to help. I believe it's 60. So that would make it 70. So that would make it about 1945, 1946, somewhere in that region.
I'm not going to put my math skills to the test there. I think that would be...
It's not 1990, you're cold.
That is, who's that answering? Oh, that's McKenna Smith. That's McKenna Smith and Elena Dupre's parents in the crowd trying to guess. They've definitely got...
71 is not the correct answer, but you're very warm.
My mind's, it's been a long week of prep. Where's Jefferson Williams? Oh, actually, they're near Jeff Carroll. Jeff Carroll and Ian better know if one of them gets asked.
What's your name? Well done. It makes it less sunny, everyone. You got it right. 1972. Good job.
1972.
No, that's...
No, I said you were close.
That...
Yeah, they've made it up to give away something. I'm not gonna give too much away, but yeah, that incorrect.
Shout out Ryan Pease in the comments.
Former teammate of yours?
Yeah, hopefully to be next year as well. Looks like he's coming back.
Oh, signing news broken here at Final Four weekend. Love it.
Yeah, not to put the curse on it, but yeah, looking forward to having him back.
Teams out for set 3. No changes to starting sevens. And we are underway with Hogan hitting the net tape for the ace. That's one you can't do a lot about.
Pure talent from Bell there. That's exactly how Newcastle would have wanted to have started this set. Build momentum.
That's an over set. Yep, Dupre loves that one. Best hitter, nice easy over set.
That's a nice kill. I like what Appleback's trying to do there. She's trying to push it tight, let Jenna go and use the ball, just slightly overdoing it there.
As Boardman pops it vertical. Vasky cross-court. King takes it away from Smith. As Leia Bovic goes to the tip. Amber Joachim-Myers gets it. Essex, miscommunication. Spitz keeps it alive, but is rejected by Amber.
I think the Newcastle have started to figure out how to block Tara King. Just take the line option away. She's always looking for it. Good positioning by McMahon and Amber there.
Shamblin does well. Out. Beyond the body, and King,
Great
there's
swing.
the adjustment.
Great swing from Tara there. Great swing. It's a good pass from Dupre as well.
And as that one is an ace again. The serve-receive units having ups and downs as they've had all year. Lane Dupre this time challenging the platform.
It's a great serve. I think that any passer would have struggled to pass that one, to be honest.
As off the net tape, Applebash, that's going to be tight. Hogan somehow didn't clip the net. Daisy
like a net
Boardman found a way to roll it over. Essex didn't even appeal for it, but Borovic with a beautiful cross court deep onto the baseline.
You have to leave gaps somewhere. You can't defend the whole court. It's good. It's a great shot from Borovic. I'd like Caroline to be kind of a step more central there, so she can get both if it is a deep shot. But yeah, good shot nonetheless.
As Boardman waits on that one, misses.
No touch there, I don't think, from Borovic.
She thought about it and pulled her arms out the way at the last second.
That's better from Boardman. We saw the one earlier where she wasn't as aggressive. She was more aggressive on that one. That's a good error to make. I don't mind that at all. It's a high-risk swing, but...
Hogan. Boardman makes the correction, but this time finds the body of Taysha Shamblin. Dupre, power tip. It's rejected. I think it's Jenna Vasky with the touch.
It's a good block. Yeah, interesting to go for kind of the short throw over the net there. I'd like to see Dupre kind of go for a deep one, maybe take Bell out of it.
As Dupre to Smith on the free. King goes tip, but straight at Amber Juraki-Myers in the back row. Didn't have to move tight. Smith goes with the split step set. But out of system, McMahon puts it over and Borovic can't find the floor. Advantage missed, but still earned by the Rebels. King and Spitzer combined to reject the swing.
Yeah, a lot of tips creeping into this game now. I'm not sure if that's the going from the setters or the hitters. That's a great close by Spitzer there. She's done really well to close that block.
Yeah, hard to see who got the final touch on it, but Savannah Spitzer goes to the service line. McMahon, Hogan, quick ball to Renee, but read by a textbook by Hayley Gilfillan. Middle on middle, solo blocking crimes.
Great block from Gilfillan there. She's tracked her so well. It's a good pass from McMahon. Oh, such a good block from Gilfillan. Perfect. Good momentum built for Essex Rebels here. 6-3 up after a tough last set.
Yeah, 13th solo block of the season for Gilfillan. She is the Rebels leader in blocks. As Renee goes to the adjustment. Saw Smith creeping in, goes power tip, but Borovic finds the high hand.
I love that run from Bell going straight back to the middle. The model needs to be more aggressive there. As far as I could tell, that ball looked pretty hittable.
And Sam Shenton with the quick timeout. 7-3.
Interesting to see what Sam Shenton's telling the Newcastle team here. I think he's saying to be more aggressive. Let's stop rolling into six and into body. Let's try and hit some seams more aggressively.
I've got no idea what the score is. It's now saying it's 8-3.
Oh.
I've got it as 7-4. We had a net tape ace. We had Amber's block.
Yeah, as one of the comments saying, the power tip's going away, and hope by potentially next season that'll be an interesting rule change. Yeah, interesting to see what kind of the game looks like without these types of shots.
I probably can't do stats. It's probably what the answer to that question is, why the score's wrong, as Vasky misses the line.
Ooh. That's a frustration error from Vasky there, I think.
Yeah, I know why. Can't have an ace when you're not. You can't have an ace when you're not on serve. So it's definitely my fault.
Great pass from Boardman.
As Vasky tries to get it back, but
great
again, Essex reading that Newcastle going back to the hitter that just makes the error. And Borovic squeezes it through the hands of the block.
Rebels look really settled at the minute. Even kind of out of system, they look good. Good high dig from Tara King. Nice set to Borovic, uses a block. Simple volleyball. Great pass from Appleback. Nice run.
Great job by Spitz covering, as that one's touched down by the block. As that one just ping pong tennis, table tennis style. One touch volleyball, who needs three?
So many tips creeping into this game now.
Great
swing.
On two.
This is what you want to see for your middles. Being aggressive at the net, hitting the ball.
And change for the first time. Daisy Boardman out, Kaylee Scarce in. Scarce was massive for the Knights when Daisy Boardman was ill, when these two sides met for the first time this season at the Essex Sport Arena in February in a Knights 3-1 victory. Scarce passed really well.
Scar's going to stabilise this passing unit. Great pass from Appleback with the hands.
Vask tip. King gets there all the way over in the middle of the court, covering from 2. Hogan. It's McKenna Smith with the defensive dig, and Borek misses the hands.
Great start from Kaylee Scarce there. Although she didn't get the kill, she's shown what she's been brought in. She's aggressive, she swings down the line, thumb up, that's a great swing.
And more changes for the Knights, 11-4 down. Double sub, we've seen this a lot this season from Sam Shenny. He's went away from it late in the season, probably because of the play of Belle Hogan, but Hogan and Vasky off. Harriet Philp-Edwards will set wearing 5 and into the front row, going to play as the opposite Katarina Nevsic wearing 25, both with Super League experience, as Gil Fillan tips it. And this set is just all Essex, and an early aggressive change by Alex Chinnery. Anastasia Jovicic in to serve and play back row for Tara King, trying to kill this set while he can.
Yeah, this is, if Chinners can kind of lead this a bit further on, this is a good chance to rest players as well, bring players in. So if he does have to make subs in the third and in the fourth and fifth set potentially, then those subs are a bit more ready to come on.
And Stars, as she's known by the Rebels, with the ace on the cross court. Talked about that in set 1. Has to wait till set 3 for find it, but does it. And Sam Shennon talking about starting the season badly with that set to 9. Well, 9 is single-digit watches on the scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen.
This is not looking pretty.
Well, it is if you're an Essex Rebels fan, as Philp-Edwards finds Scar. She gets her first kill.
Nice gritty there from Kaylee Scar, showing her personality.
Is it the time to pull it off down 13-5 in a set would be the fun question.
Risky time to bring out the gritty, I have to say, but I like it nonetheless.
Gil Fillan slide, easy as you like, and Essex have really established Hayley Gil Fillan towards the end of set 2 and now into set 3 in the front row.
That's a great run. That's almost unstoppable. Caroline's done a good job at tracking her. Gil Fillan's just, too strong. Strong serve by Borovic.
Great pass by Scarce, tight set. As Dupre waits, hammers, beats Philp-Edwards, who hits the floor in frustration. She had good position.
Yeah, I like the set there from Harriet as well to Kat. Good set.
McMahon misses. Just pushed it down the line. Great set, great swing. Again, finding gaps.
Newcastle need to start building momentum now. This set's gone. They need to regroup. Shent's probably going to start to make some subs in a minute, potentially leave Harriet and Kat on when they go back court. They need to build momentum for the next set now. This set is looks like it's nearly done.
Well, he's already made 3 subs, hasn't got many more in his back pocket. As Dupre overpass, and Katarina Nevsic, not what she intended, but nonetheless effective.
Messy, but it does the job. It does the job. I'd like to see Katie Ollie potentially come on here at the end of the set. I know her grandma's watching. It was her birthday in the week too.
Birthday central up in the northeast. As Dupre with a beautiful swing. Once again, Elena Dupre just picking on Harriet Philp-Edwards. Down in 1.
It's a great swing by Dupre. Not a lot you can do there, really. I think she's gone over the block, turned down the line. Yeah. Nothing Harriet nor Kat could really do anything about that. Great serve from Guilford in.
Philp-Edwards out to the right side. Block touch. Slide Spitzer. Just long.
Great run again. They're showing that they can run the slide in transition, which is so important. Great run from Spitzer. She's got nothing to be angry about there. A little bit frustrated, but as we see Vasky and Bell come back on here.
Yeah, double sub reversed. Keep the setter back row.
Momentum. That's all Newcastle need now. Good run of, good run at the service line. 3 or 4 points. Build towards next set.
Hogan, who served well. Dupre takes it away from Barrett, gets it back and misses. Looking for the hands, I think, on that one. Wasn't super aggressive, but not able to find it.
Dupre getting caught under that ball a little bit. That's why it's gone out the back. She needs to wait a little bit. The pass wasn't perfect. She's going to get a high set. She can wait and then be aggressive.
So, Barrett, perfect pass. Spitz has to wait for that one, adjusts, and the timing disrupted Lexi Applebatch as well. As that sub for Essex now reversed.
Phyllis Scarce in the chat there, offering some support for Kaylee.
Yeah, got plenty of parents in now, seeing Barbara Spitzer, Savannah's mum as well in the chat. As indeed the sun's starting to try and make its way through. I don't think that's great if you're Nottingham on London Giants men's player.
Definitely will make it an interesting game, as I know from personal experience last year. Caroline McMahon at the line. Yeah, Newcastle Knights have their handy sunglasses as well, just in case it does come out.
As ace for the Knights again. McMahon putting on the serving pressure. She served really well in this game, along with Belle Hogan, the main two that have caused damage. And Newcastle don't have to worry about single-figure club. The question is, can they worry about the set? Because that's back-to-back for McMahon Dupre that time. And she looks like she's going to come out the passing unit.
This is exactly what Sam Shenton and Newcastle would have wanted.
Is this going to be McKenna Smith in the passing unit? No, they're just going to move Dupre all the way over. Slide, that's tight. And wide of the antenna by Spitz.
This is exactly what Newcastle want. This is a great run from Caroline. If they can keep this going, maybe get to 15, this set's back on for them. Were they 9 points down?
I think it was more than that. I'll double check in a second. But May on net tape. Ace. Timeout, Alex Chinnery.
11 points down to now 4. Great run from Newcastle. Chinners will not be happy. Just listening to what Chinners is asking his libero here, I think she's saying that they're getting caught a bit high at the minute. Maybe he's going to tell him to take a step forward. It looks like it's more passing related, so maybe just relaxed, pass the ball. Doesn't have to be perfect and run the middle. That's what I would be saying if I was Chinners.
Just one good pass, please.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who. Someone, give me a 3-point pass and let's run our offense.
Yeah, they're moving Dupre over to position 2 now. I like this more. It splits the block. Kaylee's probably the shortest of the 3 blockers as well.
Well, no ace. Not a perfect pass, but not far off. But Amber Cherokee-Myers reads the ball, gets her big left hand onto it. And all of a sudden, Essex Rebels are wobbling.
Kaylee was a bit early to that. She's got away with that one. Amber sweeping up for her.
Spitzer middle.
That's so unlucky from Newcastle. Amber's done a great job there to get a soft touch on that. Just can't quite get her hands over the net.
And Kath Tolley into the game. Let me work this one out. That's 3 middles on the floor. I think it looks like Kath Tolley's going to play outside as a
blocking sub potentially.
Effectively, yes. She's going to play the whole. Well, we'll see. We'll see what Chinners has got draw up. Tight. Hogan with a rescue. Lift is called.
I love Joe Gore. I think it's a fantastic ref. I don't think he needs to make that call there. I think everyone in the crowd was excited by that play.
I think so. It was very open-handed. And yeah, great attempt as Applebatch sends Hogan flying kings. I think that was right on the tape. The Newcastle men definitely don't think it was legal.
settle.
Vasky
block
into the
touch.
block. As Kaftoli spits touch. Vasky into the block, wins the point anyway. Newcastle bench fired up, the men are fired up, but the question is, indeed, just a 1 point blocking sub for Tolly.
That's a huge momentum point for Newcastle. That's going to give Vasky some confidence going into the rest of this set. Excellent by Belle Hogan to keep that ball in play as well. Looked like the middle might have been over, but
either way, they win the point. Don't win that one as Jerky Myers goes longer. Haven't seen many service errors this set for the Knights. They've settled down, but crucial one when needing to come back from 4 down.
that's an annoying error to make after a momentum point. Just knocking over one of the tripods at the back of the court as well.
Hogan, Kilo into the block.
Off the net.
Hogan somehow got there. I think she didn't know anything about it, but bounced back onto control as Barvek finds a block touch. Vasky gets the winner. Alex Chinnery just knew they had a chance at that one, but that's the difference. Running your middle in 6, not in 5. And that time it doesn't work for the Rebels. As low serve, Dupre scrambling. That's going to be tight.
Jousted. That looked like a carry for me.
Rene
Great
with the touch.
Great touch
save,
from the lip.
nearly.
That's so unlucky. That's a great touch from Chamberlain there. She's done unbelievably to get a pancake on that.
Yeah, it was great cover.
From 11 to 3.
And all of a sudden, Newcastle have hope in this set. King for a big one finds it. Tara King makes the adjustment. Led as you were talking about, only going line. This time she goes cross and wins the big one.
It's a great swing. Kaylee Scarce is
Gap in the block.
drifting a little
Yep.
bit in the block. Needs to get that left foot a bit of a heavier step there to press back inside.
And yeah, Rennie not able to go out and close the gap either. As Applebatch plays that one, Hogan does well to get there. Scarce.
Great
That's
swing
a
by Scarce.
Don't know how she went with that. McMahon with the dig. That's going over. 3 ball effectively for the Rebels. Pipe. Dupre not on the 3 meter line. Again, McMahon with the dig. And McKenna Smith makes some pay.
That's a great swing on the pipe from Dupre. A lot of shouts for her being over. It didn't look like it from here.
No, I think it was legal.
Yeah, it looked great. Great work from Essex. They look so settled in the rallies there. Whenever they get a soft touch off the block or a dig, it's always high. People are transitioning off the net really well. It's good play, all-round good play.
So, 23-18. Newcastle Knights just got themselves into 2 bigger gap in this set. It was 16-6 at one point, and that's led them to looking like they're staring a 2-1 deficit in the face in this MAAREE Women's Super League semi-final here at the Crystal Palace National Sports Centre. Dynamic Men's Super League action up next. We have London Giants will take on Nottingham, and then the Newcastle Knights, Mallory Eagles. The season opener will wrap up day 1 of Final 4 as Essex Rebels look to close out this set. Hogan has to go to the bump set. Scarce finds the block touch.
That's why Kaylee's been brought in. She's so aggressive in these out-of-system players. That's what we want to see more of. Newcastle have done a great job in bringing this set back, building some momentum for next set. They don't have to worry about the result of this set now. If they bring it back, great. If not, we've done our job.
Always got to worry, as don't really want to be 2-1 down. And facing elimination as Hogan sees the gap in the
Smart
defense.
from Bell. So smart from Bell on the broken play. 3 points down now.
We've seen it a couple of times, and Essex have found a couple of big winners. Tara King and Savannah Spitz have been the go-to players in this set. Gilfillan slide, old reliable.
Yeah.
Easy as you like. If in doubt, in system, slide it.
Whenever they need a point, they should just go to Gilfillan. She's doing excellently at the minute in this slide matchup. Obviously, the Newcastle outsides are both at the minute quite undersized, so.
So 4 set points, Essex Rebels, Scarce. Good pass. Renee into the middle block, slide again, Gilfillan set, touch by the block, and Hayley Gilfillan back to back shuts the door on set number 3, and the Essex Rebels take 25-20 and are one set away from returning to the final for the second year in a row.
Shaky middle part of the set there from Rebels, but they proved why they're here at the end of that set. They showed the experience as well. That's something that obviously Newcastle don't have. In closing out these sets, that's where you need your players like Gilfillan and Dupre to step up, win these big points, and they did it at the end there.
Indeed, as Elena Dupre and McKenna Smith, who've known each other for a long time, having a little chat on the sideline with Hassan Farah and Ben Murray, two of the Rebels coaching staff. James Ledbury has yet more YouTube accounts that aren't his. And Alex Chinnery putting down the rotation. Sam Shenton already in the huddle, and you can see him talking about the press on the block with his side.
I like how relaxed Chinners has been with the team. He doesn't need to change too much here. That was a really good set from Essex. He just needs to let them go out there and do that same thing again. Obviously, Shentz on the other side needs to be a bit more direct. They're struggling a bit with the 4 blocker on the slide, so that's something that they can focus on.
And a little bit of a smile as well. Just double checking the lineup card. We did see I believe it was MAAREE women last year that put the wrong number on the lineup card, and all of a sudden an opposite was meant to be starting the set as an outside. Not ideal at the Final Four.
Every coach's biggest nightmare, that is.
Yeah, never ideal. I think we've seen a couple of that ilks across the year as well. I think we've had middles in the wrong rotation, P1, P2 as well this year. As there seems to be a lot of love from your teammates on the opposite side of the arena. Do you think they're actually listening to us? Do you think that's what they're doing?
That is exactly what they are doing. I can see Louis van der Veldt and Isaac Gibbs over there having a good little laugh about something. Nice to see the Gibbs cohort all with the matching gear as well. Number 12 on the shirt. Fantastic to see.
As both teams filling up water bottles. Looks like Rebels and Knights ready to go. The 3 minutes isn't up, so we will have to keep waffling for a second. Looks like it'll be interesting to see where, yeah, they do. In fact, middle change for the Knights. Lauren Tenson, all 6'4" of her, coming into the front row to replace Amber Jerky-Myers.
Lauren's a great blocker, so that's obviously why they brought her in. Obviously, great physical presence at the net. Interesting to see how where she lines up, who she lines up against.
Yeah, well, you probably keep Renee in the same rotation, but where do you start? Do you try and just flip it? As whistles finally go. It feels like that did take forever.
Yeah, that was a long one.
And it is indeed Lauren Tenson, number 16, into the front row. As Tenson, 14 blocks on the season, 15 kills on 43 swings as well. Has been that third middle, had to fill in on opening day when Renee was ill for the opening game against MAAREE. And
see Caroline there trying to get the girls fired up at the start of this.
Hayley Gilfillan has to wait for a volleyball. And she, as she did in set number 2, will open up the serve for the Rebels, who are 25 points away from a second year in the final. Scarce is aced to start the set.
Tough start for set 4, tough start. Kaylee just not quite getting out of her body line there with the pass. A little shift on the feet there, and that would have been fine. Good start from Gilfillan though, great serve.
As Dupre sent scrambling after the block touch, gets it back and hammers it through the block. Vasky and Tenson not on the same page.
That's a setter's point there from McKenna Smith. Wow, what a set. Over the shoulder. almost a perfect set for Dupree, and then a nice aggressive swing through the block. Great start from Essex Rebels here in set 4.
And again, Hayley Gilfillan winning a lot of points on serve. In fact, we thought Durham had left the building earlier. Now they leave. On Mass de Platinus as Vasky wins the first one, going down the line from the right-hand side.
Dupree saying she needs to take another step to the line there, to the 5 defender, which is interesting. So they're blocking line on Vasky from now on, which that makes sense. A lot of her attacks so far have been down the line. Let's try and make her at cross court. It's a great pass from Borovic.
Spitz again finds the block touch. Again, Essex, if in doubt, going to the slide.
Such a good set on the long line. She's had to set that such a long way. As Joe Gore reorganizes himself on the ref stand.
As that one creeps over the baseline.
Bit of a cagey start to this 4th set at the minute. It looks like the nerves have started to creep back in for both teams a little. Ooh, tough start for Lauren Tenson. Just come into the game, get those nerves out. Dupree back at the service line. Strong rotation for Knights here as well.
As Dupree takes some off it. Applebatch overpass. Rebels in control. Spitzer can't find the kill on the cross court. Scarce, tight angle. Borek able to get there. Dupree has to come inside the 3, so 3 ball given up for Essex, and Vask can't find the winner. Tara King
Great
can
swing
though.
from Tara King. Great swing. Borovic doing a great job on the soft block there from Vask. Knows that she's going to be late to the ball. Instead of kind of pressing over the net, she's going for the soft touch, leads it to Dupree, and then they transition from there. Good point for Essex.
And again, Essex starting out the set strongly. As cross court misses. No touch by Savannah Spitzer's right hand. Immediately peeled off, knowing she hadn't touched that one. And again, Newcastle digging themselves a hole, and Sam Shenton going to use a timeout and talk it over, knowing this season is a few points away from slipping away and the Knights into the bronze medal game potentially.
Yeah, Shen's talking to Bell there. Not sure what he's saying to the rest of the team. I think he's going back to the let's be aggressive. You know, if we're going to go out, let's at least go out on our own terms. We don't want to go out and on these kind of rolls to 6. Yeah, he's definitely telling them to be more aggressive.
Yeah, just 26 kills so far for Newcastle, 16 less than the Rebels. And now is the time to make a run as Leah Borek a little bit late onto court, but sprints out. Saves a time delay.
Dupree has been going short so far. I'm interested to see whether,
Yep. Applebatch struggles with that one. Vask aggressive.
Great swing.
Shamblin's going to get there.
Oh, great job by Shamblin there.
That
Ooh.
was a kung fu kick to the boards. We've already seen Ali Ruffin, the Durham captain, fly over the LEDs for a miraculous save in set 1 of their win over the MAAREE Eagles earlier this afternoon, or this morning as it well was.
Newcastle Knights need to take a step forward in serve receive. I don't know why they keep getting caught short when, you know.
Set 2.
Yeah.
When they took a step in, Essex went long. Borovec nets it.
Borovic's got to get her feet to the ball there. She's hitting that ball out of the shoulder. You want to drive inside, feet to the ball, then hit cross court. We don't want to be caught out the shoulder. That's when we get these low ones into the net.
Spitz finds the block of Renee and Bell Hogan. Renee gets it back out of system for the Rebels. Borovic goes with the right hands and gets blocked.
Difficult one for Borovic there. She needs to try and transition off, but she's been caught quite quick there. It's a good set from Chamberlain. Yeah, tricky one.
Left hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shambling. Dupree's
got it.
Borovic goes
Good effort,
for the big
Borovic.
effort, but not getting there. That will still count as an ace, but again, Essex scrambling. And the Knights from 4 down tied us up at 6 apiece. No quit up in the castle.
Shen's moaning to the referee there about the speed of the game. Always something to moan about.
Is a coach ever happy on game day?
No.
Borovic, that time goes tip. It's coming back eventually onto Newcastle. Hogan goes aggressive but finds the net. Gives up advantage of the rally. But Essex offense isn't quite there, and nor is that as Renee has to go with a little poke beach style on the slide, and Tara King makes them pay. Tara King did well to actually avoid the centre line there.
Yeah, she's done really well there. I think it was a little bit of a miss hit, but she's done well to get her feet to the ball. Chinna's asking for serve.
Blood.
Oh, blood. Oh, yeah, I think she's caught that off the advertising hoarding potentially.
Yep. So it's going to be I can't remember, is it a minute to get it fixed, or if not, it's a sub, right?
Yeah, they've got Hassan there ready to plaster her up.
Nick Heckford in close attention, if anyone knows the rules. Yeah, indeed, the person saying when she made that dig attempt, her hand caught the top of the triangular boards. I don't know what's worse, the triangular board, the corner of the triangular boards, or the top of the LEDs, because they've got padding on, but they're a little bit less forgiving
They are sharp.
Than the triangular boards, so take your pick. As the Newcastle Knights girls tried to sneak off court, you're not allowed to do that. Illegal subs on another observer's injury timeout would be an hilarious call to make.
Yeah, she's all tidied up now.
Yeah, good job, Hassan, for not just a solid season on court.
Yeah, had a great year for the Essex Rebels, Hassan. Yeah, really stepped up for them.
As a reminder, if you are in the London area, scan the QR code on your screen. Tickets for tomorrow are still available here at the Crystal Palace National Sports Centres. Renee tries to put Elena Dupre with an under injury because that one was hammered right at her.
That's a great swing by Renee. That's what we want to see more of as a Newcastle fan. We want to see these going to Renee when the pass is there. Great job, Belle. Yeah, just out there. Errors starting to creep into both teams here. Kaylee frustrated with herself. Tara King back to the service line. She's had a good serving game so far.
King, that's a wicked serve. That's beautiful by Tara King.
That's a great serve. It's so flat. Yeah, not a lot Kaylee Scars can do there. That's a great serve from Tara King. Follows it up.
McMahon goes with the tip. King pancake save. Gilfillan and Shamblin getting each other's way, but make it. That's great by Borovic. Deep corner. Hogan just about beats Tara King.
Smart from Hogan. I think she was going to have some difficulty setting that, so it's good that she's got that to rely on. Smart shot.
Such disguise on that first little tip, and obviously Borovic with the awareness to know where the gap was at one as well. That one long by Renee, and she'll have to go sit down and think about it. Probably the worst thing in the middle, right?
Yeah. Shens is going to have to look at a serve and sub, I think, for when Tenson goes back court. Both middles making errors. Maybe look to bring on a Jody or a Maddie Montero, kind of experience in the serve and sub department.
Yeah, there's...
Yeah, Joe Gore didn't blow his whistle there. Borovic a little bit too keen to get going.
Nick Heckford's at the scoring table. The flip chart is being adjusted. I can't see what's on it because it's the opposite side. It's down below us, so good luck with that one. Hold on. Let me make a move from commentary. Oh, I wonder if the flip chart was the wrong way round. It might have been showing the opposite. Same score, but I think it might have been on the wrong side. I mean, we do have, 4 official scoreboards, 1 on stream, 2 in the arena. Ooh. As Applebatch gets aced by Borovic on the cross.
Applebatch just getting caught in her midline there. She wants to kind of take a step, pass off the hip, put it into court. First time we've seen that though. Errors are going to happen. That's fine. Let's see how they react from that.
with Kaylee Scar stepping in and Belle Hogan. Where did that come from?
That's so good. That's so good. Seeing that the outside's taken a step in to get the front dump, and she goes, okay, well, I'll just do the back dump.
Great vision and awareness by the American in her rookie year in England, coming out of Citadel as
Great dig.
Knights. I think that was almost a triple block. Don't see that often in a women's game, and Essex find a way though, squeeze it through the second time of asking.
Great scramble play by Essex there. They've done well to get a point out of that. Chinnis is laughing as well. I think she knows the same thing. Yeah.
Potential 4 touches. Just going to throw that one out there.
Great pass. Net. Ooh. Oh no. Ball in the net. Good block from Spitzer there.
A little bit low for Tenson as well. It's
Yeah, Tenson's had a tough start to this game. It's always difficult coming in cold, especially as a middle. You kind of need to get straight into it.
Yeah, and that gap has grown back out to 4 as the Essex Rebels trying to book a date with the Durham Palatinates, northeast to northeast, and stop the northeast derby as McMahon finds
Great
King.
dig.
Tara King's made some big plays and timely plays for the Rebels. Vasky into the block of Dupre. That one spinning over the net tape. And Sam Shenton's going to use timeout number 2 as last potentially in this game, and indeed he does. It's 49 Essex Rebels.
That's a great block from Spitzer and Dupre there, getting the hands back into court.
As Tom Shutterman, I'm assuming that is Tom Shutterman,
Yeah, I think
in
it is.
the chat for Essex men's player. And they might have an excuse to make the trip across into London tomorrow if the women make the final.
This is do or die for Newcastle now. 5-point disadvantage. They need to get a run here, side out first time, and then get a run of serves. Next at the line is McMahon. Good server for them. Yeah, I prefer this when McMahon's over at 2. It splits the offense, makes it more difficult for the Essex blockers.
Yes, just got the team list for the next game. Nottingham, London Giants, 3 o'clock as we roll into Dynamic Men's Super Leaguers. That is a lift.
Yeah, that.
Not called.
Yeah.
And Vask puts it in the net.
Interesting.
Oh, well, I believe it was a lift, but I'm not a rules expert.
Yeah, no,
I'm not Nick Heckford.
I would
and
agree.
Joseph
I know
Gore.
I've got a slight bias, but I would agree. That looked like a bit of a lift. Either way, Newcastle have got a really good transition opportunity there, and they don't take it.
Yeah, it definitely didn't impact the fact that that tip was put halfway into the net, as Hogan feels like a must-win for the Knights, and Vask delivers. Not the perfect ball for Vask. He had to adjust and get a little bit wider on it, but able to find the seam on the defense. You can see how much outside she has to lean over to put the swing on it.
So good as a lefty. Coming across the body, feeding it into court. It's a great swing.
This is probably a big rotation for Newcastle. McMahon's servers caused problems. Borovec scrambling on that one.
Great dig. Lovely set on the long line.
Vask has to wait. Spitzer fakes the slide. They go to Dupre. Hogan is there off the block touch. Scarce blocked, but blocked wide by McKenna Smith. Not by a lot.
It's a great swing by Scar. She's got to do better to get off the net there, though. She's not really made much of an effort to transition off. It's a great swing nonetheless. If she can, yeah, that's what Shens is telling her, transition off the net.
Get depth in the attack, be able to really attack.
Another great serve. Great pass from Borovec.
Yeah, that's what they want, and Dupre can't find it, but there's a net touch. Lauren Tenson called for it. She says no,
Tenson.
but...
Looked like Tenson there. I think
the direction of the point gave it away.
Yeah, interested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shanti said, I wonder...
And Maddie Montero,
Yeah, I was going to say, the other option is to not go to your double sub. Harriet Edwards obviously could serve as well. That one, again, block touch is starting to come into this game as players fatigue a little bit.
Good dig from Appleback.
Goes to Scarce. Off the touch, and McKenna Smith can't scramble to get it down.
It's good read from McKenna Smith. She's taken the step, just can't quite get there. Yeah, this is the sub that we expected.
Montero for Tenson. Good job, we've got a Newcastle expert up here. Maddie Montero, serve rating 205, best on the team, just 13 serves on the season. But she goes big or it's an error. 3 aces, 3 errors on the season. So, question is it ball in play or go for the ace? She goes at
Good
Dupre.
effort.
Good pass. King power tip wide.
Bit of confusion there from Maddie Montero. She kind of obviously runs into her traditional position of 1. Then she goes to 6.
Miscommunication on the coach too.
Yeah, Shens has told her now she's going to 6. She's having a laugh about it though.
Flat serve, Dupre, foot on the right line, had to play it. Gets blocked by, I don't know, probably Renee by the looks of it. But Kaylee was definitely there as well. It was a good double block. They were there nice and early, set up well.
Yeah,
I think the left hand of Renee gets there to close the gap.
She's done a great job of just pinch blocking there and helping. Great read. Great run here from Maddie Montero as well. Come on, 3 serves in a row, put them under pressure.
Dupre switched the other side of the floor, so it's Shamblin with the receive. Good pass, and Spitz on the quick middle run. Great offense again by the Rebels.
Yeah, Renee's just got to try and get her hands slightly more pressed over the net there, or if she's going to try and get a soft block, put them up. She's in the right place, she just needs to get her hands there.
And immediate reversal of the service sub. Don't want a repeat of last year. Thank you, Sam Shenton. So Dupre, Essex 8 points away from the title game.
Great dig.
Vask on the cover. Scarce, I think net take rather than block. Shamblin has to set though. Borovec tight angle. Scarce comes off the net. Vask rolls 3 times over the net and not down in time for Borovec. Good block.
Unlucky from Borovec there. Great swing with the thumb down. 4-4. It's nice. Great dig from Kaylee Scarce as well. Good play.
Great to see some of the Lionhearts Venerius players in the gym as well. Now they've got a massive game next week. We'll talk about that in a minute. There's a free ball given up by the Knight. Shamblin has to get there, so it's not ideal. Dupre from behind the 3 nets it.
Difficult.
But next week, on Sunday at Loughborough, relegation playoffs on the women's side. Lionhearts Venerius, Dark Star Derbyshire. On the men's, Richmond Leeds. Loser is relegated to Division 1. Winner retains their place in the Super League. And a chance to get here next year as Newcastle close the gap to 1. Timeout, Alex Chinnery.
Good timeout from Chinners there. Good decision. Bit of momentum building on the Newcastle side. Back to level. Renee having a bit more success through the middle as well. Good timeout from Chinners there.
And again, it feels like whichever team can continue to find middle kills is the one that's having the most success. You wonder if you do think about reinserting Daisy Boardman at any point. Caroline McMahon obviously has done great defensively, but she's gone a little bit quiet offensively. And it might be that Essex make the adjustment and really dare, especially when Renee comes off in a few rotations' time. Who else is going to kill the ball outside of Jenna Vask? That will be the question the Knights need to solve at 17 apiece in set number 4. Must win to force a tie-break.
Kelly's done a great job since she's came in. She's been really settled. Great pass from Shamblin there.
King has been so effective. McMahon moves to her left, kicks the right foot out, can't control it.
Great swing from Tara. I don't think there was a Newcastle block up there. Have to take a look at the replay. Yeah, they're
Renee kind of gets there late. The
committing to the middle, which, yeah, I mean, fair enough. Can't leave Tara completely empty, though.
Abelbach sends Hogan on a run. McMahon, that's a good swing from an awkward position.
Good set from Borovec.
Beautiful. Abelbach takes it away from McMahon.
Appleback doesn't really need to take that there. I know why she has done it. It's in the seam, but Caroline stood there ready to dig it up.
Yeah, and when you've got a former Lib in the back row in Caroline, it's probably the one you can on that team. If it's someone like Daisy Boardman, you probably understand it. But again, trying to get those quick comms out, so difficult. McMahon, beautiful pass. Renee sneaks through the middle. Dupre, pancake. Borovec tips it wide. Great idea by Leia Borovec, though. Understood where the gap was, tried to find it. Newcastle just trying to claw in this set.
Good pass from Dupre. Great set. Long line again.
That's over. Oh, Borovec and Shamlin taking the ball off each other. Doesn't affect the pass. Tara King power tip.
Yeah, Tara King's just doing exactly what Essex Rebels need her to do at the minute. Use the ball. She's got a broken block or no block every time. Smart play from Tara there. Yeah, Chinna's really happy with his opposite there, doing a job.
As Anastasia Jovic checks in, she had that ace off the bench in set 3. We'll check in for Tara King. Cross court, scarce. McMahon has to play it. That's a bad pass, so free ball for the Rebels. Gilfillan slides. Vask with a left-handed stab for the ages. McMahon, that's off the antenna at some point. That's going to be 4.
Yeah.
Yes. Referee's waiting.
Good job from the referees there, waiting. Second ref communicates to the first ref. Nice refereeing.
Yep, agreed. It was a block touch, and then 2 Essex players played it in quick succession, and then the third to set the 4th.
It's great hustle from the Essex players either way. Chinnas knows what he's doing here. I think he just knows he's going to slow this game down. Even if he knows he's not going to get the decision. Yeah, it's smart from the coach here.
Half a coach's point. Smith. Gilfillan slide again.
McKenna Smith's doing a fantastic job of running this offense at the minute. She keeps going back to Gilfillan, who's doing a great job through the middle.
McMahon,
wow!
What? That's is that a kill with your head?
Let's see the replay of that.
Please. I don't even know what happened. Swing, block, yeah, back off her head.
Fantastic.
Head kill. At 21-19 with a must-win set to stay alive for the championship, but Belle Hogan makes a crucial error.
That's happened a couple of times this set. They win a huge momentum point and then miss the following serve. Yeah, you can tell that's annoyed Chance.
Scarce rolls it. Dupre doesn't get there.
Swing from MAAREE. Newcastle still got some fight in them here. Appleback trying to get them fired up. MAAREE wipes the nose after getting nailed on that that header over the net. Chamberlain taking a lot of court there.
She has all year. Dupre, monster misses.
Yep.
And 22-22.
Dupre's fine with that error though. She knows what she's trying to do there. Yeah, she knows. What the Newcastle blockers should do, they should stack over. Great serve.
Smith out to 3.5. Dupre into the block of Tenson. Knights lead for the first time in set 4, 23-22.
That's
James
what Tenson
Cole,
was brought on
good
to
luck.
do. That's what Tenson was brought on to do, is block.
James Cole, good luck with doing your gardening. It's not going to happen in the next 20 minutes. If the Newcastle Knights have anything to do with it, Dupre into that right hand of Tenson.
Bit of a both Tenson and Vask there. Great job from both of them closing it. Yeah, Newcastle got a bit of fight in them now.
And the DJ's got a bit of a tune.
Yeah.
Bit of tension. As 23-22. The crowd alive here in Crystal Palace. Saturday afternoon volleyball. Are we going the distance in the MAAREE Women's Super League? Spitzer slide, massive touch by Scarce. Bump set, she'll get it back. Goes line, recycle, but out of system. Goes to Vask. No luck. Spitz again on the slide, hammers it.
That's a great run from Spitzer. Wow, yeah. Great run from McKenna Smith. She's been doing this all game. Fantastic work by her.
So 23-all.
McKenna Smith back to the service line. Newcastle need a first ball side out here. Need one.
Hogan, 3.5 out. Has to go with the tip. Trying to run Vask through the middle to change up
Good
the offense. Vask blocked again. Smith there out of system.
Yeah.
Dupre into the block.
Ooh, monster block. This has been a great change from Sam Shenton to bring in Lauren Tenson. Let's take another look at that. It's a great transition from Dupre. Just a great block from Lauren Tenson.
But Tenson can't be replaced, so she has to go serve. Unless you risk
Backspin
losing
serve.
her. Spitzer for
Great
extra
dig
points.
from McMahon.
Essex still got a chance. It's not a good set. 3-ball Knights. McMahon. Renee. Distance going. We are going. Tie-break time. Race to 15. The crowd erupt. Essex had the chance. 3-ball and are just the wrong out-of-system set. And the Knights take advantage. And we are going for extra points.
You just knew it was going to go to 5. You just knew. What an end to that fourth set. Had everything.
As McKenna Smith wins the toss. No players aren't worried about the sun.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough set to lose for the Essex Rebels. They were ahead for, I think, literally the entirety of the set. Not to close out there. That's going to be a bit of a hit to morale. As you can see, Gil Finnan talking to the ladies, showing her experience there.
Yeah, and as much as this is a new Essex Rebels team, a lot of these players have played together in Croatia before. McKenna Smith, Elena Dupre, great friends, have played with Spitz before, so this group knows each other well. Sandstorm blasts out around the Crystal Palace National Sports Centre. Let us know in the comments who is winning set number 5. And we'll take on the Durham Palatinates tomorrow in the final. Loser gets the early wake-up call.
Chamberlain getting a bit of frustration out there in the team talk, telling the girls they need to be more alive to the roll shots, the kind of the dirty balls that they're not getting at the minute. If they can transition these, get the middles running again.
Well, you guys are picture size. Make sure you support our first to 15. Let's go.
Looks like we start how we finish again for both teams. Not
think
expecting
so?
any changes.
I'll ask this. How much advantage does Sam Shenton have in this set by having a little bit more depth potentially and ways to change the game? Essex, we've only seen a serving stub. Anastasia Jovic retiring. It's the only sub we've seen. We've got the ability to bring in Amber Juraki-Myers if he needs it. You could bring in Daisy Boardman if you need to. You've got the double sub as well. So does that give them an advantage going into this 5th?
Yeah, the 5th set, you need every advantage you can get. It's almost a flip of a coin sometimes. It's, you know, who starts best. So yeah, if the pass is going wrong, I can definitely see him bringing Daisy in. You know, Jodie still hasn't played a part in this game. It's something that she can definitely bring. And again, you know, if the middles are struggling as well, you can always bring Amber in to solidify that block. Maddie Montero did an excellent job in that last set coming on and doing what she was brought on to do. The serving sub is, you know, one of the most difficult subs. You know, it's instant pressure. So yeah, she did a great job there.
So,
And the teams are making their way back onto the floor.
deep breath, everyone. Set 5. Race to 15.
You always want to go in ahead at the change. If you can get to 8 first, then you're kind of cooking from there. You know, if we can start this kind of, if we can go 2-0 up early, that would be, for either team, that's great. That's what you're kind of aiming for. But yeah, ahead at the change is such an important time.
So the Italy team to win the 4th set wins the 5th.
Not sure on that one.
Right, so Hayley Gilfillan, Leah Borovic, Tara King, McKenna Smith, Savannah Spitzer, Elena Dupre for Essex, Jenna Vask, Lauren Tenson, Caroline McMahon, Kaylee Scars, Lexi Applebatch, Belle Hogan for the night. Set 5 underway. Race to 15 as Tenson nets the first one.
Too low from Bell there, I think. Too low. Yeah, Lauren laughing about it though. That's fine. Don't worry. Good pass from Kaylee though. The basis of the point was there.
So Gilfillan, who's done such a great job on serve all game long. It's caused problems on this 5-5. McMahon, okay pass, not great, but that's a great swing. Gilfillan in 6 with a ridiculous pickup. Vask tip, no one quite over the centre line. Borovic late on her feet, and Dupre misses by an inch.
I like Dupre going for the line shot there. It's open. It's a good risk shot. Just needs to tighten up a bit and not over-rotate in that one. That's why she's kind of going out of court every time. It's a bit of over-rotation. Good risk, though. Don't mind it.
71% of you say Newcastle are going to the championship game.
Easy dig for Bell.
Roll. Smith gets Chamberlain on the back foot, but tells Chamberlain to go, and Dupre misses long.
That's the one where Dupre needs to work hard and transition off the net. It's not an amazing set from Chamberlain, but it's high. Dupre can work there, get her feet to the ball, and put a shot in.
As the London Giants men make their way onto the warm-up, they'll have a bit of a delayed start for their semi-final as Spitz slide delivers again.
Yeah, it's been so good for them all game. I'd like to see Bell take a step into the angle when they're running the slide. She seems to have hit that same spot every time. I know you want to protect the heart of the court, but if she can take a step close to the 3-meter line, I feel like we get a couple of digs here. Ooh.
McKenna Smith misses on that one.
Frustrated with herself there. Dupre staying at position 4, so Tara King's gonna make the run over.
Yeah. Lauren Tenson to serve, you would assume for the last time today.
Deep serve.
Dupre at Tenson. Finds the kill, and again.
Dupre did a better job of getting off the net there. Good swing. Middle playing defense, yeah.
6'4" middle too, long way down. And Elena Dupre, her experience out of Virginia and Virginia Tech. Great pass. Vask waits.
Borovic unlucky there. Again, it's the same story. We just need to get the hands over the net and press, and we get a block there. Good swing by Vask, turn into the line. It's always difficult to block lefties. Yeah, but Borovic just get hands over the net.
Vask, good serve. Dupre, though, off one knee with a good pass. Roll by Leia. Kaylee Scars pushes it into the Tara King block.
That's a great shot from Kaylee Scars there. Great use of the block. Tara's unlucky. If we can get our hands a bit more pressed, similar to Borovic there before, we'd probably get a hold on that.
As that one, McKenna Smith scrambling under the net. We saw that in Love Volleyball the other week, but McKenna Smith not getting to that one. Big ace, and it's a 3-point lead, Newcastle.
Timeout's got to be coming from Essex soon here. A lot of momentum on the Newcastle side.
What you go is back to the middle, and Spitz gets the block touch from Renee.
Big touch.
And that brings Gilfillan back in to the front row. Spitz to serve.
Spitz has done a great job this game offensively. I'm not sure what she's hitting, but yeah, she's doing a fantastic job.
Flat serve, Applebatch, beautiful 3-point pass. Slide for Renee, but it was out of pocket. McKenna Smith rescues Gilfillan with a sharp angle. Beautiful awareness, Hayley Gilfillan.
It's a great slowdown from Gilfillan. She made that decision so late to tip the ball. That's excellent. Excellent work by Smith to set her in transition as well.
Race to 8 to change ends.
Good set.
Scars has to wait, tries to power tip, misses the right hand of Tara King. And from 3 down, it's 3 in a row. And we are tied at 6 in the tiebreak.
Kaylee Scar's always looking there to kind of tip that ball. I'd like her to go and have a swing on that if possible. It was a good set.
Flat serve. Renee Kilo on the slide, finally gets to go. We haven't seen much of it from Knights today. They tried to run it back-to-back in set 5, and second time is the charm.
That's a good run from Newcastle. Essex are unlucky there. The block's done really well, got a soft touch on it. They probably dig that in another point. Unlucky.
Borek, beautiful pass, tight for King. She has to go down the line. Vask on the 10 ball, misses the baseline by an inch or two.
Just great call from the line judge there.
And here comes the one of the 2 changes we've seen from the Rebels today. This is the one you expected. Anastasia Jovicic in for Tara King to serve. Reminder, we will change ends after this point, regardless of who wins it. She doesn't have a serving target. The Knights men tried to speed her up. Hogan goes on
Great
two, shambling
dig.
with the cover, but Borovic panics. Renee slide, big touch,
Such a good touch.
and Gilfillan finds the back corner. Beautiful defense by the Essex Rebels. Massive fist bump from Alex Chinnery.
Great digs there from Essex Rebels. Done so well to keep that in play.
And we'll have a look at that one again. Athletic defense. And Hayley Gilfillan waiting. The gap in one was right there. You see it, touch from Borovic, touch by Gilfillan. Jovicic got it into a swingable position.
Jovicic, that one-handed dig is so hard to do. It's such a good play.
And after the change of end, she'll serve again. Sam Shenton saying something about the swing as well. I think that was to Renee on the slide, but he wanted something slightly different, as the manual scoreboard in the arena just needs flipping over. The electronic one doesn't, because it's under team names, so we don't care who's at what end.
This is good from Shentz here. Talking to both refs, kind of slowing the game down at the change. This is what Newcastle want here. Slow the momentum down.
Change of end, timeout.
Yeah.
We had enough time to do an interview with both coaches there. That would have been hilarious. Scarce, Hogan, McMahon, who's been quiet, finds a big one, and it is 8-8.
That's a huge point. If Essex win that one, I can see Shentz calling a timeout there potentially. Great pass there from Kelly Scarce. Great swing from Caroline.
She's not had many kills in set 4 or 5. As Borovic, beautiful for Smith. Gilfillan on the slide, buries it.
That long line play has been there all game. It's basically been unstoppable. Again, the Newcastle, I wish they would step up. I feel like they could make a dig or two potentially there if they just took a step forward. It's not like a power hit, it's kind of a soft one, so it's definitely diggable.
But when it's placed as well as it is, pressure for the defense. Scarce a little bit low,
It's a
but
great
Hogan
set.
can get there. McMahon blocked into the back corner. McKenna Smith with the right hand turns it into one. And there's the timeout, Sam Shenton, as we see that again.
It's a good block from McKenna Smith there. McMahon looking for the line, I think, and kind of hit it into the heart of the block. It's difficult to get through there. I don't know if she's trying to hit off hands or what, but she's been unfortunately blocked there by McKenna Smith.
So Essex have used one sub. We know we'll reverse that sub with Anastasia Jovicic and Tara King at some point. That's 2 subs. Sam Shenton still has all 6 in play. Blocking sub potentials. You've got all sorts of options.
Shen's telling his team there to stay tall when they're hitting. Doesn't want them creeping down, looking for the kind of the sharp shots. He wants deep, long line. Think he's also just pointed at Maddie Montero to potentially come on as a serving sub for Lauren Tenson again.
That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah. If we get there.
As Applebatch not with the best pass. Scarce from the pipe off the net tape. Home court roll, 10-8 in the tiebreak. You'll take that one.
Kaylee Scarce caught with it there.
But
Got
also,
lucky.
But I think it's the right set to the right person.
Yeah.
With where the ball was, for McMahon to think we've not run the pipe. Hayley doesn't normally hit the pipe, but to run it in that spot, she was the only one that was going to put some sort of aggressive natured swing on it. as Smith, Gilfillan, dug up by Hogan. Vass goes early and into 5 and 2 in a row, 10 all.
That's exactly what I said earlier about Belle Hogan, getting a bit closer to the 3-meter line, and then we could make a play on one of these slides. Great job, Belle. Even better play from Jenna there, tipping it deep. Nice shot.
Gilfillan on the slide again. Oh, so simple. Keep doing it until the other team can stop it, but that puts her in the back row. She goes to serve. Big serving point. This is almost a must-make side out if you're Newcastle to get Gilfillan off the service line, but you don't have to worry about her on the slide. Scarce. Good pass. Vask has to stand and wait, and
nice play.
That's the difference.
That's a...
Gilfillan in 6, not 5, and that's where the Knights go. Good awareness.
That's a nerve settler there, taking it steady, don't have to do too much. Roll it at the middle, get away, side out. Ooh, Borovic caught high again.
Dupre waits short. Vass can't put a swing on it. Free ball for the Rebels, but it's at Smith, so out of system. Dupre, great angle. And that comes and joins us in the balcony.
That's a great swing from Dupre. Opens up her body really nicely, puts the thumb down. It's a great swing. If Kaylee Scarce holds her position a bit there, maybe she can kind of dig it a bit more into court, but it's a great swing.
So 12-11, Essex leads, Smith. That's tight, Hogan rescues.
Yeah.
Illegally so.
It's a good reach from Hogan, just unfortunately on their side of the net.
And I think that's arguably the best thing she's done all year in terms of her ability to save balls. Her and McKenna Smith have been the two.
Yeah, she's so aggressive at the net. Yeah, especially as she's not the tallest setter as well. I know she's about 5'11", but yeah, she does a great job in blocking and offensively as well. Newcastle need a side out here, first ball.
Very quick timeout for Sam Shenter. Surprised they've not been told to go back onto the court. Normally have to when you're not used your whole 30 seconds.
This is often the rotation where Newcastle choose to use that stack through the middle, so keep an eye out on Jenna Vasky, see if she runs kind of through the middle of the court or if she goes to the pin. Nope, she's going to the pin.
That's a beautiful serve, McKenna Smith.
And that brings up match point, Essex Rebels. Great serve from McKenna Smith. She's had a fantastic game.
And Essex Rebels 3 opportunities to clinch back-to-back places in the final. Durham are awaiting the winner. Applebatch, Hogan rescues, and there's a net touch by Savannah Spitzer. Oh no, she went under to jump. I think a foot, they said foot on the line rather than a net touch.
That was an interesting call.
Here comes Maddie Montero.
This is such a tough point to come on. 14-12 in the 5th set.
Now, does she know where she's playing defense too? Because unless you get an ace, you're going to have to play deep.
I'm sure she would have had that confirmed this time.
Ooh. Great serve, Borovic, high ball, McKenna Smith. Elena Dupre for the final, not this time. Renee, left-handed. That was not what was called. But Newcastle stay alive. Maddie Montero, Alex Chinnery not going to use a timeout. I can't remember if he's got both left. He might have both still.
I think he does, yeah.
Not going to make his side think about it. Montero, good serve again.
Great serve from Montero again.
Do they go back to Dupre? They go to Spitzer. Belle Hogan there. That's going to creep over.
Yeah.
And Renee Kilo with the lift. And the Essex Rebels survive and advance 15-13 in an absolute thriller in the MAAREE Women's Super League over the Newcastle Knights.
Tough way to end the game there for Renee. She's had a good game. Essex Rebels did a great job in that 5th set of keep going back to the middle. McKenna Smith, relentless there. Essex, fantastic game from them. Newcastle, nothing to be annoyed about there. They had their moments.
And our championship games are set. 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Knights will have to bounce back against the MAAREE Eagles for the bronze medal. And then at 3 o'clock, Essex Rebels, Durham Palatins, a rematch of the Bucks Championship for the MAAREE Women's Super League crown. Terrific season for the Knights. They'll have one more game to try and regroup as the Essex Rebels will get back in a thriller. And letters, we said not going to be a lot between the two teams, and that was proved today.
Yeah, great game to watch. What a great one for the fans as well. Essex just coming out on top. Yeah, tough one for Newcastle to get so close, but they'll go again tomorrow. Essex get to have a go against Durham in the final.
So tight in the end. Essex Rebels with 56 kills compared to 42 for the Knights. But it's a serving pressure, and it's something Essex is going to have to fix tomorrow. You can't give up 16 aces against arguably the best serving team in the league in Durham. So that's a little bit of a headache, but that's a headache you would rather have. As Elena Dupré and McKenna Smith have a hug and a big regrouping for the Knights in the end. But again, just that lack of kills, potentially the difference in the game. 42 across 5 sets, probably not what Sam Shenton wanted.
Just shows the experience at the end there as well. You know, like Newcastle, quite a young team. I know they have quite a few Americans, but yeah, fantastic from Essex Rebels there to close it at the end.
And I think our game MVP is courtside with Jess, and we'll head over there right now.
Right, I'm joined by our match MVP, McKenna Smith. McKenna, congratulations on the win.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, massive performance from you guys. Lots of fight back between you and Essex. Sorry, you guys are Essex. You and the Newcastle Knights. How are you feeling off the back of that?
I mean, I feel ecstatic. We've been working really hard all season, and it really showed off like this game. Newcastle has exposed our weaknesses time and time again, and I'm really proud of this team for bouncing back, fighting for these points, and it was a really great match.
Yeah, really great performance. You guys obviously had loads of offensive options. You had 4 players, I think, in double-digit kills, so that's really great to see. I think both of your middles might have been in double digits. So, and some great service pressure as well.
Thank you so much.
Excited about tomorrow?
Yes, very excited. Our work's not done yet, so.
No. Anything in particular you guys are doing this evening to prepare yourselves, or is it just a rest and reset?
Rest, reset, get some fuel in us, and make sure that we're aware of the hard work that we've been putting in, and that we still have one more match to go.
Yeah. So great to have Kath Tolley back for you guys as well. Have a full string squad. So good luck for tomorrow, and
Thank
really
you.
well played today.
Thank you.
Thanks.
They're the thoughts of your MVP, McKenna Smith. As said, big point by Jess, 4 Essex players in double-digit kills in the end, leaders. And that variety in the offense really was massive because they could go everywhere, but the middles were the ones that took over.
Yeah, the middles were so hard at the end of that game there. McKenna Smith didn't really have to go anywhere else. The pass was always there. They were transitioning well. All she had to do was just keep giving the ball to the middles, which Newcastle had difficulty stopping all game. They started to make a few plays at the end, but yeah, it was a little bit too little, too late.
Indeed. So, end of 5 sets. And congratulations to the Essex Rebels. They advance to the final. Newcastle into the bronze medal game. But if they play like that, they've got a chance to take a medal home in their first season in the Super League. As we're going to end the coverage here. Reminder, you can get tickets for the Final 4. And we'll be back in about 10-15 minutes time to preview the first of 2 dynamic men's Super League finals. Nottingham versus London Giants. Letters before I go. Any predictions?
Difficult ones. I think Nottingham are built to cause Giants problems. They're small, they pass well, they recycle off the block, so I think it'll be a tough one. I think Giants will come through. I'm going to say 3-1 Giants in the first game. I just think they're just too good. In the Newcastle game later on, I'm going to refrain from making a prediction.
You're allowed to. That's why I asked you about the first game only.
We'll
let you off that
refrain from
one.
making a prediction on that one.
Well, appreciate all of you joining us here from Crystal Palace. And as we said, next up, London Giants, Nottingham on Final 4 weekend.